Sorry, ma'am. We're looking for a book titled Liberty Mutual Customizes Your Car Insurance so you only pay for what you need.
I don't think we carry that, but check nonfiction.
It really does devour literature.
Please leave.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Dell Technologies' biggest business sale of the year has arrived. Step up your vision with top tech up to 45% off during their early access Black Friday event. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Plus, get incredible savings on Windows 11 PCs, along with servers, monitors, and docks, all with free shipping. There's also special financing with Dell Business Credit. Get started by contacting your Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
Whether you're vaccinated or not, it's important to know the symptoms of COVID and its variants. Fever is the leading sign of COVID and the flu, so make sure you use an accurate thermometer. Only the Exergen Temporal Scanner Thermometer has been proven accurate with more than 100 clinical studies. Non-contact thermometers have no clinical evidence behind them and are not reliable. Be vigilant and seek medical advice at the first sign of fever. Learn more at Exergen.com.
By now, you've heard all of our ads. America's largest injury law firm. But what does that really mean for our clients, for you? It means that when you hire us, you don't just get a lawyer, you get a legal army. Almost 800 lawyers alone. That army includes an entire legal team, specialist lawyers, investigators, and a 24/7 client satisfaction staff. Just like if you were going into surgery, you wouldn't trust one person to handle the paperwork, the scheduling, the anesthesia, and the surgery. Have you ever seen a surgeon operating alone and without resources? No way. Why would you trust a small firm with your case? Your case is a big deal to us. When it comes to law, size matters. We're America's largest injury law firm, Morgan & Morgan. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Good morning. Thought I'd help you wake up.
It's 6 a.m. and you're listening to The John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Let the party begin!
The show starts now.
And a good Friday morning to you. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic, 6 a.m. hour. Brought to you by our friends at Bradford White Water Heaters. Bradford White is here for the pro. As we begin on Friday morning, we've got Bob and we got Jamie, we got Pat, we have Coach, we have Connor. Hopefully Mikey is fine too. The first, there was something going on 202 this morning. I don't know what it was. The phone took me immediately off the road. Apple CarPlay got me and bypassed a large section of 202 that I usually drive on. So I have no idea what's going on out there. But if you need a little extra time heading towards King of Prussia, from like the Chester County area, you may want to adjust your calendars accordingly. Get out of bed. Do people do that? Listen as they shave. Listen as they... I tend to put it on the car.
Like the KYW?
Yeah, I mean... the guy
on the twos? Traffic on the twos?
Yeah, I just tend to turn on... I don't have radio on in the morning.
I think most people wait till they get in the car and then hit their waves or whatever they're going to do.
Do you have music on in the morning or anything? Well, you can't because it's early. Well, we're getting up. It's early. You don't want to wait for
No, I have to be quiet as a mouse.
I can't imagine you quiet as a mouse.
Well,
because you're a big guy.
As quiet as I can be. Yeah, it's
quiet as an elephant.
Yeah,
trying
dark,
to dance around.
looking at things with my cell phone, illumination. It's not good.
Not good. Okay, we're going to start out today. We'll get plenty on the Flyers and the Sixers coming up, too. Sort of a mixed bag there. But we always start out the show before a game day with our predictions right off the bat, so we don't sit around and make you wait for 4 hours to tell you how we think the game's going to go. Flat out. Picture this. It's Sunday afternoon, and I've gone back and forth with this, and I finally came to the conclusion last night. It's back and forth on Sunday. I'm going to say 3 lead changes. I think an exciting game. Eagles have not won a home game yet. They will, at the end of the fourth quarter, be holding on, trying to win. And the Eagles' defense will make a critical stand. There'll be 50 points scored in the game, and I believe the Eagles are going to pull one out at 27-23 against the Chargers. The Eagles' defense has another game where people go, is it coming together? Are they making the right decisions? And they will be aided by the offense, which will control the ball and will knock off 2 or 3 long drives in the game where they will execute thanks to the fact that the Chargers can't stop anyone on the ground. 27-23, the Eagles win on Sunday versus the Chargers. Bob?
I think I'm doing this for the first time this year.
Costanza opposite day?
It's seriously thinking that the Eagles might win a game.
That's how I feel.
But I can't go there. I don't know. Look, San Diego's been down. They've lost 2 in a row. Bad loss to New England. Things like that. They're probably a better football team than they've showed the last couple of weeks. But I don't think the Eagles are as good as a football team as they were last week or as they looked last week. When push comes to shove, I'll take the talent, I'll take the better team, and I'll take the better quarterback. So I think we're going to see some decent things out of the Eagles this weekend, but not enough to get them a win. So I say the Eagles go down 30-23. Close game, fun
Same
game,
type
like
of
you
game.
said.
Same type of game.
Yeah.
All right, where are we going, Jamie, with you? You have been the most accurate in the entire staff of this radio station picking the Eagles this year. You've had a great handle on it. You've only been wrong 1 week. So do you lean more towards Bob or do you lean more towards me? And do you think it's going to be that kind of game?
I do think it's going to be a good game. I think there'll probably be, a lead change or two a couple times. My theory all year has been this team performs well against teams with mediocre to bad quarterbacks. They struggle against good to great quarterbacks. I think Justin Herbert's in that good category, trending towards great.
Okay.
I think he's, coming off of 2 games. I fear him getting right.
Oh.
I think the Chargers are going to pull one out 27-23.
You go same score as I did.
Yeah. It's going to be a close one. I think we walk away from it going, all right, they're maybe a little better than we thought they were. They're a solid team. I think the coaching staff is going to have a balanced game plan.
Pat, we have 2 votes for the Chargers, 1 for the Eagles. I can't believe I'm alone on an Eagles island at the moment. Are you joining me or are you jumping off? I know where you're heading.
Yeah, it's not hard to figure out where I'm heading.
You've been an open book on this.
But they don't suck maybe as much as I thought they sucked.
Okay.
They proved that last week, obviously. I'm quite down on them, but I still don't think they win the game. I think it is probably closer than I initially thought. So I have them losing 30-24, but I do think that it's close. But ultimately, Brandon Staley, Justin Herbert, it ends up being just too much. I think Justin Herbert just dices up the Eagles secondary. So it's a good game, as you guys have alluded to, but ultimately they end up losing.
So all of us have a 4-quarter game.
Yeah.
All of us have a game that on Monday, even if you lose this game, people are not coming in. If you lose a close game, a 1-score game to the Chargers, and you play well for 4 quarters, or you're in it for 4 quarters, I don't think anybody be coming in Monday going, boy, this Eagles team, terrible. They're just awful.
I don't think so. This is their hardest game remaining on the schedule, assuming Dallas doesn't play starters. So, it's going to be a good test. The 4 o'clock home game, it's always a weird one, right? I don't know. Maybe it's just weird for us viewers.
That 4 o'clock home, it's something weird about it.
Because the Eagles don't normally do that.
Well, like Trey used to tell us, anything out of 1 o'clock just puts you in a weird spin cycle. Like waking up in the morning, you just have to kill time before you go to the stadium, and it's weird, is what he used to say. So, but it's weird for both teams. They're coming from the West Coast. We can't downplay that a little bit. I don't know. Like, you had a blowout win against a horrible team last week. I understand that you need to get positives out of that, and that's okay. And
sure,
that should
absolutely.
be. I just still Like Egan says, no, this team sucks. I'm not going that, but this is not still, in my opinion, not a good football team.
I think they've gotten lots of praise this week, though, for a lot of things, but there are many people who don't believe, like Pat, they don't believe that last week really means anything going forward.
I don't think it means much. It's a week-to-week league, and that was a bad team. The Chargers are a good team. It's a totally different ballgame. I don't think you can, outside of the running game being successful, I don't think you can take a lot from last week and plug it into this weekend and say, yeah, it is what it is. You dominated a team, but it's a bad team you dominated. So, hopefully you build on it.
Hopefully you build on it.
But I don't think you can say, well, TJ Edwards was great against the Lions, so he'll be great against Justin Herbert. He's still a coverage threat, and Justin Herbert might exploit that.
So 3-6, everybody you think just at that point says, okay, the excitement, any of that excitement talk from earlier is over? Or do you think there will be people still spinning? The Eagles played their toughest opponent, and now they've got easy opponents the rest of the way.
I mean, I guess
easier. The Saints, by the way, is not easy.
No,
that's not easy.
We'll see who their quarterback is.
Well, Taysom Hill's back.
Well,
this weekend.
Phillip Rivers said he might be game to make a return.
I don't think that they're making that call.
We'll see.
He's begging for a job. By the way, he's coaching a team. I really don't like this.
He's coaching a high school team,
He's
right?
coaching a high school team. He accepted a job as a high school coach. He retired from football. And he's talking about, I'm going to come back, walk out in his high school
Josh McCown
team?
did it where he was with the Eagles because he was the emergency quarterback contract.
But why are you walking out on your high school team?
But he was flying home and coaching in his son's high school team.
Yeah, but he doesn't coach them during the week.
It's really weird. We'll see, though.
Either get in or get out.
I guess.
Yeah, I've heard that many times.
I guess it all depends on what number will get the second wild card team in the NFC. Is it 8 wins?
Right now,
is it 9 wins?
It's not 8-9. 8-9's not getting you in the.
I don't think so either.
9 and 8,
but the NFC is pretty wide open.
9
there.
and 8 could get you in.
So
if you look at it right there, but
can you win 6 of your remaining 8 games? Doubtful.
I don't think they can rattle off a 6-2.
I don't think so either.
The only way the only way I want to hear people talking about postseason in any way, shape, or form, and I don't believe that's going to be the case either, is if they did win this weekend.
Yeah.
You do win this weekend, there is math that says, okay, somebody saying 8 or 9 wins is not completely out of left field. It's not illogical to think you could go 4-4 the rest of the way after this weekend.
Sure.
Or 5-3. That's not illogical, except for Pat, who really just is. Pat, you've been strongly defiant on this, and I think there's a great chance for you to be proven right.
Brings me no joy.
No.
But
you don't want it, right?
They beat a bad Lions team, so it's and to be fair to them, it's a Lions team that I picked them to lose against, but even with the linebacking core, it's just nothing about this team instills a lot of confidence in me. They don't do a lot of things well other than their offensive line.
Yeah,
that's about it.
That's about it right now. Well, when they do run the ball, they do run it well.
And the Chargers are the worst in the league.
The Lions.
Yeah.
No, but I mean,
the Chargers are the worst
other
in the
games
league.
when they've gone to it, they've run the ball and it's run well, but they just don't do it.
I mean, it started out well against the Raiders, right?
They did a good job running the football.
Caller's a point.
Hey, it's Eagles fans. It's always game on with Dunkin'. Dunkin' Donuts Perks members. Pick your day to score a free medium hot coffee 1 time per week, valid at participating locations for a limited time. Exclusions apply. A plea to the Dunkin' management, let people use tea on that too. Because there are some of us who love Dunkin', go every single day, and do not drink coffee.
Yeah.
I know, I think I'm the odd person that doesn't drink coffee at Dunkin'. Everyone goes in there. I think there's more people that get coffee there than donuts.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah,
I feel
question.
Weird when I get donuts.
You feel weird?
In a sense, because of the fact that everybody in front of me is getting coffee. It's like coffee, and I'm like, hey, can I get 2 donuts?
See, I can't afford the donuts. They're not
going to do 3
as far as afford
diet.
them on the waistline.
Yeah.
Hey, the Sixers win last night. Here's good news for you. Sixers win against the Pistons, 109-98. I told Bob yesterday morning I jumped on the Park Sportsbook app and I took the Pistons plus 6.5. I thought, okay, wait. Sixers still a little shorthanded, going on the road, playing at home the night before, having to travel. That looked like a game to me that I expected to see the Sixers sag a bit. Bob, I mean, they didn't sag.
No, it's a good win. I mean, like you said, second end of a back-to-back. You don't have Tobias Harris. You don't have Danny Green. You don't have Korkmaz. You don't have Embiid. So it's kind of, that's a good win.
They had him beat.
What?
No, they had him beat. Remember? I saw him on the court. Jamie, you saw him on the court, right?
Oh, wait, he played last night?
Yeah, I know why you could make that error.
It's
he was a non-factor.
I would have told him, look, go away. After the first 3 minutes of the game, I texted you.
Yes, you did.
I was like, you can go sit down.
Bob said they can just tell him to go.
Go sit down.
He should have had knee surgery. I had the thought yesterday. I wonder if he feels a little bit of a burden off his shoulders. Without Ben Simmons here, it's a more concerted team effort.
Wouldn't that be where you would crank it up, though, and show your joy
on the surface? Yeah, that was my first thought. But now I'm wondering, and this is not trying to justify his slow start or anything, because I think it's hurt. He's hurt and probably out of shape. I wonder if he feels a little pressure off, because the whole offense doesn't have to be geared toward hiding the deficiencies of Ben Simmons.
They showed last night twice where he looked winded.
He's not doing well.
He didn't look hurt. He looked winded.
That was an ass performance by him last night.
That was terrible.
Total ass performance. And if I was Doc Rivers, I'd have been pissed, because you know what I saw?
8 men.
I saw that in the fourth quarter, he decided to play a little bit because he wanted to get his stats up. He decided to play a little bit, not because the team needed him or whatever. I put that in there. He decided to try to show a little effort in the fourth quarter because he realized, oh, damn, I have like 8 points and 4 rebounds. That doesn't look good for my resume. If I could curse right now, I would. I was so disappointed in his performance last night. I remember one time being a player and us being at halftime, not that this equates to anything, and my coach saying, Cooney, you have 3 fouls, but it wouldn't matter if you fouled out anyway because you're useless to us today. And I swear to God, I was 15 years old, and I'll never forget that. And it stayed with me as far as work life goes, playing, whatever it is. Like, don't be that guy where you're useless. He was useless last night. And if I was Doc Rivers, I would have had that line to him, too. I would have said, yeah, you played 20-some minutes tonight. We didn't need you. You didn't do us any good. We were a better team with Drummond on the court.
Bob's texts were brilliant last night. They honestly would be really cool. There's got to be a broadcast where they could put, like, Bob Cooney's texts up.
Really?
Like, on the screen.
Him and Anthony's conversation.
Because it would be that to me was embarrassing last night. Because Joel Embiid did not show up. And when he chose to show up, it was the game was
decided.
The game's already in the bag, Pat.
It was annoying.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah, it was annoying for sure.
What is it?
I think it's a combination of frustration over his wonky knee. I mean, I don't know if you guys remember, but during preseason and training camp, all we heard was how incredible shape he's the best shape of his life. He looks incredible. And now we're talking about him being winded. And it boggles my mind over how you don't have the knee surgery. So I think it's a combination of he's frustrated because he's not playing well, but then like he looks at the stat sheet and he goes, "Holy crap! I've had a terrible game. I got to salvage this somehow."
If he's frustrated about the knee, he should have had the damn surgery. I mean, it doesn't. The team cannot. Can they stop him from getting knee surgery?
No.
Correct.
No.
So he has no right, no worry or right or otherwise to be frustrated about, well, should have had the knee surgery. You made that choice.
You know, I can understand frustration at a professional level in sports, whatever it may be. It doesn't prohibit you from playing hard. He didn't play hard last night.
No, he did not.
He totally went after stats with like a little below 8 minutes to go or whatever, and Doc kept him in there late. I didn't know if it was a punishment. I know they only had 8 guys, but I
three
still didn't.
centers of the 8.
You think that's what it was, though? Like a bit of a punishment last night?
I don't know what it was. If he's trying to say, like, look, I'm going to keep you in there even though this is getting lopsided because, work on your wind, whatever it may be. I don't know. I'd have pulled his ass out of the game and said, you're not good tonight. Like, you're not good. And I can understand you having a bad game or not playing well. I can't understand you not playing hard. That pisses me off to no end when players go out there and don't play. He didn't play hard. And did you guys watch last night? Did he grab a rebound in traffic last night?
No.
No, I'm not going to be this Joel Embiid hater. I'm not going to do this. But, like, look, a lot's expected of you, and you need to come through for that. When you don't play hard, that bothers the bleep out of me. It just bothers me to death.
Jamie, when you critique Joel Embiid, many of the the fanboys will come out of the woodwork like, oh my gosh, they're critiquing Embiid. He's like their best player. Oh my God, that was crap yesterday. And if you're spinning it any other way, you're just being fanboy.
Yeah, I think
or girl.
Him and maybe some doctors should have a conversation.
Which is terrible.
If you could get it done and it's only a 6 to 8 week thing, it's honestly something I would consider because I don't want to watch an entire year of this.
Why did you do it during your off season?
That's $1 million question, and I don't know if it's been asked to him yet.
Because you want to go on vacation?
I don't know.
You want to go and do?
But I think he's
go to a beach.
I think he's hurt, and once again, it's going to be an NBA season of is Joel Embiid healthy? Is he in shape? Because as I said, when I think he's playing injured, I think he plays a lazy style of game.
You know what the shame of it is? And look, I am not hating on the guy, and I know that's what everybody's going to say, oh, you hate Embiid.
Joel
it's
Embiid hater.
Look, I'm not saying that. I want you to play your hardest every game, and I didn't see that at all last night. The shame of it is this, and I was telling Connor about this. Joel Embiid has a chance to do something that he hasn't done his whole NBA career yet, and that's have an outstanding two-man game with Seth Curry. High pick and rolls where you have a phenomenal shooter, where you have pickers that have to go up high around the pick and leave you one-on-one when you roll to the basket. He has a chance to really do something fun for him, I think, this year. And when you're not playing hard and you're setting picks and standing as opposed to rolling hard to the basket, it's just not a good outcome. And I just don't like the way he's playing right now.
I let every one of you speak before I gave my theory. None of you have my theory. None of you said my theory that I have written down. I believe Joel Embiid was being asked to play in the second half of a back-to-back, and he wasn't happy about it. He's so used to being coddled. He's so used to being coddled. He's so used to being given his vacation days during the year. They were asking him to play back-to-back on a night when he flew to another city and do that, and he was pissed. That's my theory. I thought his body language sucked last night. I thought he had the hunched over shoulders, the disinterested look. I think he expected the night off. I'm so used to being catered to by this franchise. I'm so used to having somebody, put out the rose petals for me. And you're asking me to play back-to-back? It's November. Why are you asking me to play to him back-to-back? I think that was the problem last night. That was my theory, and I didn't share it with Bob on the text because I didn't want to text the show before the show. So I tried to keep that secret. Do you believe could that theory be?
Yeah, it could be true.
You're asking, you know that I'm hampered here. You know that I'm hampered, and you're asking me to play back-to-backs? It's November the 5th. Why am I playing in a back-to-back? That's my theory.
I can't rule it out.
That's my theory.
Yeah.
He was so disinterested last night. It was pouting. It seemed like pouting.
That's the thing. Like, it's only the Pistons. What difference does it make? It does. It's your job.
Yeah.
It's you should look to improve every day in any way. Get more used to playing with Seth Curry in a two-man game. Get more used to rebounding in traffic. Get more used to doing things you don't usually do. If you're on the floor, do that. Don't just go through the motions. I just can't put up with that.
Check out the Tyrone Johnson Show. Live from the Bet Rivers Sportsbook at Rivers Casino Philadelphia every Saturday from 9 to noon. So tomorrow morning, hang out with Ty, watch college football action on the 56-foot LED screen, win great prizes and more at Rivers Casino tomorrow. Rivers Sportsbook at Rivers Casino tomorrow. So John sends in a tweet to Jamie and I. There is a really bad accident on 202. That is blocking things up. It looks like a really, really bad accident. And so that's where my CarPlay thankfully took me off the road and got me around it because he is in absolute gridlock out there. So we appreciate that. If you're on the roadways, please be safe. And hopefully everything's okay out there on the roadways. It's tough. Did you see what TMZ did yesterday, by the way, before we leave? Did you see what...
We're leaving? All right.
No, before we leave. Did you see what TMZ did with they showed that girl's car.
Oh yeah, I saw that yesterday.
Being incinerated.
And they showed rugs
on the side and the road.
His girlfriend. I didn't need to see.
There's things that need to be. There's things that are truly newsworthy. That's cringeworthy. It was
on the national news last night.
Harvey should be, and by the way, paid video. Harvey should be disgusted that they did that on that forum. That girl's being incinerated in that car. And they are, there's no reason to, there was no reason to buy that video, show that video otherwise.
You know what
and
I
I'm sure
saw
they're gonna
last
say
night?
On the nightly news?
ABC Nightly News, the David Muir thing. It was
Why
on
are they
there.
showing that?
I was disgusted. I said it out loud.
Why are you showing that?
Yeah,
there's no reason to be showing that.
Somebody
video.
leaked Kobe Bryant's crash photos, you know.
Yeah, but they weren't being shown on the local news.
No, I know, but it just
this
shows
was
you
on the news everywhere.
People are
gross.
sick for attention.
So you have your phone out at that, and you're videotaping that, and you're trying to videotape private conversations and everything. Who's the person taking the video?
Looked like it was their backyard.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. It's just unbelievable.
I unfortunately saw it.
Oh, Flyers got their first look at the Penguins. Well, not really. They didn't have Sidney Crosby. And the Flyers didn't win either. We'll get to that coming up. Plus more on the Eagles and the Chargers. It's the John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Look, Steven Singer, he knows how to get around all the holiday issues that people are going to have this year. With shipping delays, there are problems with people having enough stuff to be able to take care of all the gifts you need. Steven Singer is not like every other jeweler out there. He's got the number one holiday gift this holiday season, diamond stud earrings. By the way, your lady loves them. She wants them. She needs them. And Steven is fully stocked. He's got the most beautiful, real diamond studs with the best value anywhere. You can choose a great pair of Anita diamond stud earrings for under $270. Do you know that was the price last year and the year before? You know why? He's not jacking up prices like everybody else during these structure problems, too, of delivery. Just the perfect price every single day. No sales, no discounts, no BS. Steven Singer's diamonds are beautiful, and you can upgrade them anytime. You're going to get exactly what you paid for the next pair that you want. So with an unbeatable, full 100-day, 100% money-back guarantee, make it a no-risk early shopping experience for you. Make sure you knock this gift off your list. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com. Plus, the roses are always great, too. Always with fast and free shipping. That's fantastic. Steven Singer Jewelers. You got one place, you got one price. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com.
The John Kincade Show.
I am so excited, I can't stand it!
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Join Pat Egan Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Eagleville Tavern for the Bud Light Saturday Game Night Series. Enter for a chance to win an Avante Maddox signed football, courtesy of Bud Light, and a trip for two to the January 2nd game in Washington. Plus, enjoy $3 Bud Light bottles.
The NBA is back, and at DraftKings Sportsbook, an authorized sports betting partner of the NBA, the key to victory is a strong starting five. New customers can bet just $5 on any NBA team to win their game. And if they do, you win $200 in free bets. So why not make your roster Washington, 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 and oh yeah, Washington. DraftKings Sportsbook customers can also get skin in the game with new same-game parlays. Combine multiple bets from the same game for a bigger payout. The more legs you add, the more money you can win. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code KJM. Bet just $5 on any NBA team to win their game and win $200 in free bets. That's code KJM. This week at DraftKings Sportsbook. Must be 21 or older. New Jersey only. New customers only. Restrictions apply. See DraftKings.com/sportsbook for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hello, Mr. Vending Machine. Maybe chips. Come on, dollar. It's flat. What?
There's a better way to pay. With a Citizens card in your digital wallet, you'll never have to hear again. Paying with Citizens. One ding and you're done. Citizens made ready. Visit citizensbank.com/ding to learn more.
Wireless carrier, text, and/or data charges may apply. Citizens is a brand name of Citizens Bank and a member FDIC.
I'm not answering. It's another one of those expiring warranty calls.
Speaking of warranties, would have been nice to have warranty coverage when our furnace broke last month.
You know, Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning contractors offer up to 10 years of protection on a new system.
Huh, and that's peace of mind, knowing we're covered if we need service.
Safeguard your investment with up to 10 years of service protection from Bryant. Exceeding industry standards, one more way Bryant does whatever it takes to keep you comfortable. Go to nopaybryant.com to find a dealer near you.
Bryant.
Whatever it takes.
Progressive Motorcycle presents Road Wisdom from the Motor. The road is everything you want it to be. Everything. As long as what you want is road. To ride your motorcycle on. Progressive Motorcycle also presents basic policy starting at $79 a year. Progressive Motorcycle, for those who were born to ride. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Annual premium for basic liability policy is not available in all states.
Hey, this is Kirk Herbstreit, and this season, with the help from our friends from the College Football Playoff in Eckridge, we're going to crown the first ever national tailgate champion.
I haven't washed my lucky apron since the big game in '96.
Oh, yeah? My tailgate hot sauce hits harder than a linebacker.
Well, honey, you haven't lived till you've had my Eckridge smoked sausage cheese dip.
Now I'm fired up. Are you the national tailgate champion? Eckridge, you do you.
Eckridge is an official sponsor of the College Football Playoff. No purchase necessary. Hence 12/13/21. To enter and for official rules, visit eckridge.com/tailgate.
Lowe's Provember event is back. In celebration of pros, we're offering special values on top tools to get any job done right. Head into Lowe's and check out the largest selection of DeWalt power tools and accessories. Right now, you can get a guaranteed tough DeWalt 20-volt max bear tool free when you buy a DeWalt 20-volt max drill or impact driver kit. Shop in-store or order online. Lowe's, the new home for pros. Valid through 1/5 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. U.S. only.
We're planning a trip to Spain later this year.
But our Spanish
is pretty bad. So we're using Babbel.
Babbel's conversation-based method teaches you real-life words and phrases. And with Babbel's interactive, bite-sized lessons, you'll remember what you learned.
There's no easier way to learn another language.
Ahora hablamos español.
He just said now he speaks Spanish.
Babbel, language for life. Now try Babbel for free. Just go to Babbel.com. That's BABBEL.com.
Research shows that people remember radio ads with British accents. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual Insurance Company customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need, take it from a Brit.
Oi, barmy insurance bloke fetching dosh out your pocket. It's barmy. Liberty Mutual won't leave you skint, mate.
Can you just say Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance so you only pay for what you need?
I think that's what I said, you blooming.
Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
With Early Paycheck, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days earlier. That's another reason banking with Capital One is the easiest decision ever. Even easier than deciding to open the biggest birthday gift first.
Happy birthday to you.
Which one are you going to open first?
The pony.
Yep, even easier than that. Plus, with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is banking with Capital One even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. No fees or minimums on new consumer accounts. Capital One and a member FDIC.
Meineke is committed to keeping you and your vehicle safe and on the road. Right now, Meineke is offering a semi-synthetic oil change package for only $29.95 with a free tire rotation and battery check. For tires, brakes, batteries, exhaust systems, and more, Meineke, doing car care right.
Come see what's on tap at your local PJ's. Visit pjspub.com or just stop in with friends and enjoy their selection. We all love our local PJ Willems.
Listen to 97.5 The Fanatic everywhere. On Alexa at 975thefanatic.com, the Fanatic app, and now on Odyssey.
Hey guys, this week marks the halfway point to the football season, and there's a big Sunday matchup between Green Bay and Kansas City. FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge, is about to make it even bigger. FanDuel is giving new customers 30-1 odds on either team to win. That means you can win $150 on just a $5 bet. Now, this is a weird game. We all know it. With Aaron Rodgers' situation, with the wide receiver situation in Green Bay, Kansas City hasn't been playing well. This is one that you got to look at up until the last minute. See who's in, see who's out, see what's going on with that, and then make your decision on the game. FanDuel is sports betting made simple, and they're always hooking you up with great offers. Plus, when you win, you'll get paid in as little as 2 hours. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Just sign up with promo code Bob this week before Green Bay takes on Kansas City. You could win $150 on just a $5 bet. Remember, promo code Bob exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $150. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
You may not officially be one of my endless cousins, but I do consider you part of our family.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
It's a Football Friday on The Fanatic, and it's brought to you by Pump Man Philly. Pump Man Philly.
Pump.
Need a water pump expert for your facility? Contact Pumpman Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow. I have good news.
I'll be ready.
NBC 10 Philadelphia, the pictures of it, the giant accident that's blocking 202. Hopefully the driver of the truck is okay, but a truck caught fire.
Oh.
And it's across all lanes of 202.
That'll do it.
So it's a 3-lane. The milk truck actually covers 3 lanes, and it's sort of sideways, and it caught fire. So that is why, and I appreciate all the people out there listening that are some people sending along some pictures and notes and everything like that, but it doesn't look, no other cars are involved in it. It appears. So that's good news.
Okay, hopefully.
So that's good news.
Everybody's all right.
Yeah, hopefully everybody's all right. Hopefully the driver got out, and that's good news, really. Technology is amazing, though. Didn't your phone do it to you the day after the floods?
Yeah.
When it was flooding? Like your phone automatically was taking you different ways.
Yeah, it was one of those days, an accident or whatever, and my phone just all of a sudden popped up and said, don't go that way,
Don't go this way.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. That's great. And for everybody out there on the roads, thank you taking care of business. Everybody out there, we appreciate it. So the Flyers lose in overtime. Pat, no question, that was a goal, right? I mean,
absolutely.
It was a goal.
100%.
There's no fighting. There's no arguing that, it should have been.
I'm sure there's somebody out there who's still.
I saw it on Twitter last night.
Banging the.
What?
Just that it wasn't conclusive.
That was a goal.
It was a goal.
There's no way that was not a goal. And I will tell you this again. Carter Hart. Let's get into it, Pat. I'll stand right up. Carter Hart has been outstanding. And last night, they were lucky to get a point out of that game because he stood on his damn head.
The troubling thing about last night is the fact that you have a team without their head coach, without Sidney Crosby, without Evgeny Malkin, and you kind of got outplayed for a little bit there. But
I think they got outplayed for the majority of that game.
That's what a good goalie will do. He'll steal you the game. He'll get you the point. I mean, it's unfortunate that
he was outstanding last night.
For the Flyers and their fans, it's unfortunate you didn't get the 2 points. But the fact that you got the 1 was kind of you. When you step back, you go, okay, we're kind of lucky to get that.
That was Carter Hart's point. Yeah, that was Carter Hart's point. He is out. If you know what the blue paint is, you may have heard of it. He is out challenging on the blue paint. He's being aggressive. He's not dipping the shoulders. He's not squatting down. He is playing like the goaltender that last year when Pat and I would get into it. This is the guy Pat had seen in the past. So he always knew he was there. And I'm watching him on a nightly basis going, what the hell? That was he is off to an excellent start this season.
Yeah, the team wasn't playing all that well in front of him last night at times because he had to move a lot. Like Carter Hart is at his best when movement is minimal. He's always in the right spot. As I said to you before, John, this is the way I see it. The puck always finds him when he's playing well, and it's minimal movement. Last night he had to be all over the place,
and he was fantastic doing it.
He was phenomenal last night. Hartnell, I think, said between the second and third, he said if it wasn't for him, this would be like a 6-1 game.
Correct.
It absolutely would be. So, yeah, kudos to him. And look, you stole a point last night on maybe not your best effort.
Yeah, Scotty Lotz got the point for you there, was stealing it, but he was just a second late on hitting on the pipe with his skate, or he probably saves that one too. Looked like he just couldn't find it when he was sliding over, and he's been stellar.
It's been great to see. That's really been awesome to see because very much like it is I'm just going to call it as I see it. So it's when a guy plays like crap, I'm going to call it out. And when a guy plays exceptional, I'm going to call it out too and say, hey, it's so impressive right now. But I see a confidence, Pat, and in his play right now, and in his positioning, in his aggressiveness, he looks like a guy who's back.
Yeah,
being the goaltender he was.
It's so important too because last season it was a snowball effect where he would have one bad game and it turned into 2, and kind of just assumed that he would get it right because you heard about how mentally strong he was and all that crap. And it snowballed to the point where he never recovered. The fact that he's starting off this season with really, really good performances and he can build on that, the team gets confidence in him. Everything's moving in the right direction with this team. Even though they didn't win the game, they got the point. It's looking good.
That was the worst defensive game they played this year, though, last night. The defensive positioning was terrible. Their power play they got a power play goal for the first goal of the game, but their power play still It's constant backwards passing. It's just
Well, keep in mind too, there isn't a fan base in hockey that enjoys their power play. If you poll all 32 teams, I guarantee the fan base goes, our power play sucks. Edmonton probably goes, our power play should be better.
When we went to the game, wasn't it like 55% Edmonton?
Yes.
Like 55%.
But I guarantee they go, how is our power play not better with all this talent?
Because
there's
everybody
not
thinks
a fan base that
you
likes
should
their power
score.
play.
I think
every time.
That's it.
This team's offense is not.
In lacrosse, we used to have man up, man down, and the man up unit, everybody that was like a novice to lacrosse would be like, well, why aren't you guys scoring every time? Well, because it's not that easy. You know what I mean? It's the same thing in hockey. It's like, well, the power play should score. You have a man advantage. Well, it's not always that easy.
Yeah, the other team's paid to stop you.
Hey, tune in to The Fine Line with Joe Wiz Sports tonight at 10 on The Fanatic. Join champion handicapper Joe Wiz to get big football winners plus parlays, teasers, and totals. That's tonight at 10 on The Fanatic. Let's wander over to Cooney's Corner because Bob's a little concerned about his eyes.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
Want to borrow my readers, Bob? You have contacts. I mean,
my eyes are good. My eyes, once I get the contacts in or the glasses on, whatever it may be, I'm good to go. I just don't know where to set them on Sunday, John. That's my concern. What am I looking for on Sunday? And you know me. I don't want to say I'm a perfectionist, but I think in order to be a good basketball, football, hockey, baseball team, even if you have a good game, win a good game, you have to concentrate on what needs to be better. I'm really anxious watching this game on Sunday of what I'm going to be watching on Sunday. Are we going to see a running game that we saw last Sunday? And I don't mean the 46 times. I mean the domination, the good blocking, the good running, the quarterback under center. Is that where your focus goes on Sunday to see if it keeps improving? Does your focus go to, okay, the running game's good, now you have to get some sort of a passing game, get Devontae Smith more involved? I said it before. This season, I need him to be targeted 10 times every game. And last week was an anomaly because you ran the ball so well, but I do need that. And I want it to start again this week. I need him to be targeted 10 times. The defensive side of the ball, my eyes are going to go to the linebacking core again. It's going to go there to say, okay, these young kids that they're now putting in there, now that you've gotten rid of the older guys.
That we all advocate for, by the way. Seeing the younger guys. We want to see these younger guys.
This
Davion
week,
Taylor
played pretty well last week.
He did. This week, more than any other, because of what happened last week, because of your expectations, and because, maybe, just maybe, this team is playing as well as it has all season. I think this week is a really good barometer of, okay, what do we have here? What's this quarterback about? What's this running back group about? Because who is this running back group?
I'm looking for...
Are you trading Miles Sanders? Are you going to run with Boston Scott and Jordan Howard moving forward?
Well, Boston Scott's the key to success for the Eagles.
Huh?
Boston Scott's a key to success for the Eagles.
If he gets 10 more touches, they're 7-1.
I'm looking at...
wild.
My eyes are going to be on the secondary because of a guy like Justin Herbert in the game. And I watched him torch Dallas' secondary, but not put points on the board.
Right.
He was making plays down the field, and then they were crapping out in the red zone. And many young quarterbacks can move the balls between the 20s, and then the red zone gets to be where it becomes quantum physics for them. I want to watch this Eagles secondary because I actually feel like two of the last 3 weeks, I'm not counting our trip to Vegas, I've been more intrigued by, I think, seeing incremental improvement.
Yeah, I think this game's going to kind of, for me at least, fully put in kind of a good perspective of what this team is. You know?
Okay, say that again, because it seems like
I don't really know what this team is yet. Do they have the chance to go on a run? Maybe. Do they have the chance to go in the toilet? Maybe. Do they have a chance to just be 500? Maybe.
And isn't that what a 500 team is? Is to use
a
Bob's
bunch of
line.
maybes, yeah.
Get Bob's line.
But if they were to beat the Chargers, which wouldn't entirely shock me, I think you might have a little better team than most people think.
Say Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Where you want it.
But I think this game's going to tell you a lot.
I'm leaning more. I'm leaning more towards this team's not good than good.
Me too.
I just think this is the best week. This is why I brought this subject up. Because of what happened last week, because of maybe things are getting a little better, you've put people in different positions. I think this is the best week of evaluation
I agree.
that you have on this team.
Pat, do you, when you've been the strongest, as far as negative towards what you think this team is. You think they're not very good. Can you then, are you objective enough to be able to evaluate if they come on Sunday afternoon, or are you watching to think, how are they going to suck today?
Honestly, I'm probably looking at how are they going to suck today. That's probably
That's
where
very
I'm
honest
at.
of you. I like that.
Being
Very honest.
Yeah,
that is good. I like that.
Being objective is tough because I've been so adamant this long that they're a bad football team that it's just tough for me at this point to even consider them being even a mediocre football team. Even when they win games, I'm coming up with excuses like, oh, Carolina lost the game, they didn't win it, or, well, they're playing the Lions, which, by the way, both games I picked them to lose again. So maybe this week, if they do end up winning, I'll have to look myself in the mirror. You know, I'll have to
look within.
Have a little man in the mirror, look within, and say, Pat,
he's
it's not
asking
them,
you
it's
to change your ways.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult.
No answer could be any clearer.
I don't think you're making excuses, though,
Pat.
Pat.
Well, Pat, stop and playing this with me.
Yeah.
If you want to make the world a better place,
I'm not doing it. No, find somebody else, piano man.
Terrible.
You gonna sing us a song?
That's just.
I just
very good, Bob.
Yeah. I really. This is the most keyed up for an Eagles game I've been all season.
Keyed up, eh?
Because, I didn't have expectations. And as I'm looking for things throughout the season, I didn't think I was seeing it. I wasn't satisfied with my judgment of what is what because I didn't think I was getting enough given to me to make a sound judgment.
Okay.
I think on Sunday, it's going to be a day where we can make, or at least I can make a good judgment of what things are because of where this team is right now. Okay. I don't think they're a good team. I don't think they're a playoff. They could make the playoffs, but I don't think they're a playoff team, if that makes sense. I think Sunday will be a very good judgment day for all of us. I think we'll have some more answers than we've had through the first 8 games of the season.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I think it's a great litmus test to see what you finally are. Because, Dallas, Kansas City, Tampa, you expected that stuff. I think the Chargers you have a legit shot against. You're at home, and we'll see. The coaches I stress may, have turned a corner last week in terms of game plan and using this team's strengths. So I think we'll have a pretty good idea of what they are come Monday morning.
This game's more your speed. Whereas Tampa and Dallas...
Yeah, their run defense sucks. Will they run? We'll see.
This one's more like the Carolina game where it's kind of a true test of how bad or good they really are. Because they're way more evenly matched against this squad than previous weeks.
I am not going down this week for the home game. I am not going to go down because of the 4:05 start, because I know getting out of that parking lot is going to be, and it's going to be dark.
Yeah.
And getting out of that parking lot is going to take 2.5 hours to get home.
Yeah. Keenan Allen always terrifies me a little bit too.
Darius Slay's locked up his assignments this year.
He has.
Yeah.
Darius Slay's had really good games except for Dallas and Raiders.
I think secondary.
6 of his games have been really good.
I think the cornerbacks have been a net positive for this team this year. I think Avonte Maddox is killing it.
I think Avonte Maddox has shocked me.
He's playing his natural position.
Yeah.
For the first time in his career.
Maybe that's it, yeah.
Yep.
And he's thriving.
What is it that makes you uniquely you? DuckDuckGo doesn't think that's any of their business, and frankly, it shouldn't be the business of any tech company. Protect your privacy online for free with DuckDuckGo. Check out DuckDuckGo, and it is free, and it's easy, and I checked it out yesterday because I am tired of this spying on my social media.
Yeah.
Because now I did ruin a gift. And by the way, I was honest, and I said, don't get me that. Don't get me that. And so I guess she thanks me for that, even though she seemed a little, put off. I didn't want the gift that kept popping up, so I'm glad I said something. Now I know, though.
I don't think she wants the gift that keeps popping up either. Maybe she might have to tell you she doesn't.
So now I'm watching... ever since he started doing business with Dr. Avidan Appel, it really is. It's all over the place.
With all that Russell Wilson talk yesterday,
my gosh.
who needs him?
That did get people a lot excited. If you get asked, do you want something and you think somebody's going to give you a gift, are you honest with them? Or when you get a gift, are you honest or not? I'm not good at hiding when I get a gift that I'm not.
Yeah, I can see that about you.
Really?
Yeah, no, I could see you being...
If somebody... Yeah, but I wouldn't do it ago. If somebody would say to me, though, Do you really want that? Is it something you really wanted, or can you can return it? If they open that door for me, I'll say, okay, I'll return it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll lie to the person.
I won't keep something.
Like Donna's parents, for instance. So she has two brothers who are small in stature.
Okay.
What's wrong with that?
Not that I'm a big guy, but for years, I mean, we're talking 15, 20 years, they couldn't get it through their heads that I'm an extra large. I'm not a large or medium like their sons. So for years, I'd get some, oh, thank you. And then they'd leave. I'm like, yeah, I got get the receipt. I got to return this because it's a medium or large, or I didn't like it.
Right.
So to them, no. If Donna got me something, or I don't know, Jamie, how you feel? If Addie gets you something that you don't like, yeah, I'm honest.
Yeah.
I won't tell them beforehand. I wouldn't ruin the surprise like you, John. But
well, I didn't. I kept seeing it. All I didn't realize it. I just said, this keeps popping up all over my social media. She's like, oh my gosh. Can't believe it. Jamie, you were talking about a backup. A backup guy.
Yeah, it's funny. I saw this on Twitter from Seamus Clancy, and it's about Nick Foles. And it's weird because in my head...
What's up, Seamus?
Yeah, I always consider Nick Foles a backup quarterback. Right or wrong, and probably wrong.
You still do? As an Eagles fan, you do?
Kinda. Because he was a journeyman. He moved around. He went to Kansas City. He almost retired. But the tweet from Seamus is, Foles quite possibly has 4 of the top 5 Eagles quarterback performances of all time. And it's weird to me that I think of him as a backup.
And honestly, it's 3 different eras that I would say, because the last era to me is the
Reed era, the Chip Kelly era.
No, I look at it as the era of the last one. I look at is when he came in and bailed out Carson for a second year in a row.
Yeah,
and almost beat the Saints.
He probably, hindsight being 2020. I mean, I understand why Wentz's decision was made, but Foles was probably better. Anyway, the games he laid out,
I don't know.
I understand
hard. I get you.
But he always answers. Like, he's a better player than he's remembered for, which is weird. So the games that he laid out here.
No, I disagree.
He's not a better player than he was.
He's had great moments. He's not a great player.
No.
He's had a lot of great moments, and this is what
a lot.
He's either on, when he's on. But he's
so here's the game.
Okay, what are the lot of great moments?
This NFC Championship game.
Absolutely awesome.
He was perfect.
Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl. He was damn near perfect.
Okay, that was a 2-week period of his life.
He's in the Hall of Fame for the most touchdowns thrown in a game ever.
That's the Raider game. 7
touchdowns versus Oakland. And he sat the fourth quarter. He could have gone for 8 if the coach and him wanted to.
Okay.
He could have.
Okay, again, that's a moment.
The week 16 in 2018 against the Texans. Remember when Jadeveon Clowney speared him in the chest?
Oh, yes. They had to hold on to win that game or come back to win the game, or was it hold on?
He was 35 of 49 for 4 touchdowns that game.
I don't think that's a...
Wait, what game was this? The
Texans game at home?
That was the second year that was the year after the Super Bowl.
I barely remember that.
He tied an NFL record for 25 straight completions in a game. And then the other one that Seamus lists is the 2010 Monday Night Football game at Washington.
I don't remember that one.
Pat said it. When he's on, he's spectacular.
But we just talked about 4 games of his career.
Yeah, but think about it. 7 touchdowns, 25 consecutive completions.
I bet you Pat
being
could
perfect in a Super Bowl.
I bet you Pat could come up with 8 crappy performances.
Oh, I'd come up with more than that.
8 crappy performances of his career.
I mean,
but his grade is great.
The year after the Super Bowl, he was the starter, and they had to rush Carson back because he wasn't playing well.
How about the Raiders game Christmas night, the year they went to the Super Bowl? He was awful that night.
Even the Falcons game,
he was dreadful. The Falcons game, he wasn't great that
First
day.
half, he was horrible.
He was horrible.
But his great is like some of the league's best.
Well,
you're right.
Moments.
It's the anomalies are unbelievably good. Yeah,
and I consider him a backup, and I think that's messed up.
No, it's
but
not.
I don't think he is.
No,
sure he is.
Yes,
he's better than.
He's way outnumbers his.
He's a backup that's had great moments.
Yep.
Look, Frank Reich will always be remembered for replacing Jim Kelly and having a 41-3 comeback or whatever it was. Like, he wasn't a great quarterback. He had a great moment. Foles has had some great moments.
Yeah, but Foles was probably better than a third of the league most of the time he was playing.
How's everyone doing?
Really?
I don't know. I don't
know. It's good thinking. It's good. It's
it
good
put
conversation.
my brain in a pretzel.
There you go.
The guy's better.
Who does Nick Sirianni turn to when he needs answers? Who does he lean on? We'll get to it next. John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic. Pro football, college football, everybody in full swing. And the Park Sportsbook app has got you covered. Last night, they offered a tasty little bonus, plus 270, if you bet that Carson Wentz was going to throw for 2 touchdowns and 250 yards. That was easy, simple. And then I won a same-game parlay, and I rubbed it in Jamie's face this morning and said I did it again. Same-game parlay. Gave up 10.5, bet the over with the Colts. You get so many great deals with the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. It's fun. Individual player performances are awesome. You can play fantasy sports on your phone. You're absolutely going to love it with Parks, and they've got a $500 risk-free bet for you. Up to $500, your risk-free bet will be refunded in site credit. The website has terms and conditions. Download the app or click parkscasino.com/PA. Use my promo code Kincade. You got to be 21 and in Pennsylvania. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
For someone who's super, super hot, you're really cranky.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
This month, Wawa Free Coffee Tuesdays are all about you. That's right, you. Wawa wants to thank you for being you with any size hot or handcrafted iced coffee. All you have to do is sign up for Wawa Rewards. And with a free Wawa coffee in hand on Tuesdays, you can continue to be the most awesome version of you can be. Free Coffee Tuesdays for rewards members. Good mornings start at Wawa. Hot turkey is back at Wawa, along with stuffing, gravy, and cranberry sauce. Sure, you could wait to get these flavors at a traditional holiday dinner, but that's only one meal on one day. And we both know that's not enough. Try the Wawa Gobbler Hoagie, piled high with hot turkey and holiday-inspired ingredients like mashed potatoes, sweet potatoes, and garlic aioli. Or try it in a bowl. It's a handheld holiday feast. Gotta have a Wawa.
The gym is full of people who believe it's never too early to get ready for next summer. Your local Train Comfort Specialist agrees. That's why they're offering special financing offers and rebates on a new high-efficiency heating and cooling system from Train with a whole-house air filtration system to keep the air you breathe clean and safe. The secret to staying cool next summer starts with a hot deal this fall. Visit Train.com to find an independent Train Comfort Specialist near you. It's hard to stop a train. Subject to credit approval.
Ever notice how homes with landscape lighting have so much more curb appeal? Hi, it's Mike Missinelli for Farron Electric. Now, right now, Farron Electric's custom landscape lighting design includes a pre-installation preview. You'll see what your custom landscape lighting will exactly look like before it's installed, so you know what to expect before that shovel hits the ground. Schedule your complimentary consultation at FarronElectric.com and ask about the no-hassle lifetime warranty on fixtures, bulbs, and transformers. It's Farron, Farryn, electric.com.
For the ones who get going when the going gets tough. And the ones who know we're tougher together. For the Pathfinders breaking new ground. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as fast access to experts and 24/7 customer support. Because we know you have people depending on you, so you can always depend on us. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
In college football, Goodyear knows a new season means new possibilities, where every Saturday is an opportunity on the road to greatness. No matter if you're out there playing your hardest or cheering the loudest from the sidelines, tailgating in the parking lot, or your favorite spot to watch the game, Goodyear knows passion is what drives us forward all the way to the playoffs. That's the road that moves us. Goodyear, more driven.
So then I dropped some garlic and croutons on there, and the rest is salad history. I made the best salad ever, people, and now I'm making the best app. The Caesar Sportsbook app got live in-game betting, parlays, and Caesar rewards. Caesar salad ain't got nothing on my app. Nothing!
You must be 21. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Download the Caesar Sportsbook app. Your app is ready, Emperor.
There has never been a better time to work at Amazon. They are offering sign-on bonuses up to $3,000 and pay up to $23.50 per hour. Many jobs come with great benefits that start on your first day, and Amazon offers a variety of paths for career growth. They have flexible shifts and schedules, and you can start in as little as 7 days, so you'll be earning extra income just in time for the holidays. Go to Amazon.com/apply to get started today. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Every drive starts somewhere. For First Trust Bank, our drive started in Philadelphia and continues to this day. As Philly's hometown bank for more than 85 years, we know this city's people. We understand their passions, and we work our tails off to help them reach their goals every day. Because Philadelphia dreams deserve a Philadelphia bank. First Trust Bank, the official bank of the Philadelphia Eagles. Member FDIC.
Our warehouses are team settings. Everyone truly has each other's backs. Together, we're serving customers and playing an important part in the economy and communities. Together, we're building great careers and lives. Just ask the many UPS executives who started right here in our warehouses. UPS is hiring warehouse workers near you, starting at up to $24 per hour after bonuses. Shift your team, shift your pay, shift your life. Apply at upsjobs.com/shift. Make the shift. Make a difference.
Hey, it's John Kincade. Have you heard about College Ave student loans? I've got a daughter going to college next year, and you may too. College Ave is awesome. The website's simple and easy to use. Plus, with their student loan calculator, we've started to estimate our costs now. So my advice, sit down with your high school senior this weekend, and together, log on to collegeave.com. They're the emotional support system to help guide you through the college.
I want to see you out. It's Pat Egan from the John Kincade Show, and I have partnered with Bud Light to do the Saturday Bud Light Game Night Series. So on select Saturday nights throughout football season, I'll be stopping at bars throughout the area, and I'll be hosting like an interactive game night. We'll be giving out some great Birds merchandise, and we'll be throwing back some Bud Lights. All right, now I've been through bars so far. I've been to some great locations. This week, I'm a stone's throw away from Eagle. No, guys, I'm in Eagleville. I'll be at the Eagleville Tavern this Saturday from 7 to 9. Not a stone's throw away. I'll actually be there, and you could come on out, and you could win an autographed Avante Maddox football. You can also qualify to win a trip for two to the January 2nd Birds game in Washington. And even though I'm real down on the Birds this season, that's probably going to be a win. This is all courtesy of Bud Light. So please, if you're free, stop on out, Eagleville Tavern, this Saturday, 7 to 9 p.m., and you can win all of those great prizes. You could also throw back some $3 Bud Light bottles all day on Sunday. And Monday and Thursday, they have $5 Bud Light seltzers, black cherry cans during all NFL games. So to learn more about tomorrow night's event or to see when I'll be in your area, just head on over to 97.5thefanatic.com, click the events tab, and don't forget, enjoy responsibly. Hopefully I'll see you there.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
No, your radio's not broken. We sound like this on purpose.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
The 7 a.m. hour of the John Kincade Show is brought to you by my sportsbook app of choice, the Parks Casino Sportsbook app. Download it at parkscasino.com/PA. Use promo code FANATIC. Those same game parlays are becoming a tasty item.
I wouldn't know.
Got to get you into the win column of these same game parlays.
Buster.
I gave Pat some bad advice last night.
What did you do?
What did you do?
I watched like the first 2 minutes of the Sixers game, and I texted him like, they're gonna lose. They might lose tonight, and they might lose big. And he texts,
"Oh no!"
And he texts back, $5 on it. And then this morning he walks in, and he goes, "Don't even talk to me."
And you guys know, like a unit is different for everybody, but my typical unit is $1
or $2.
So I put.
Sometimes you get a little tasty.
Talking about your unit now?
You're right. So I put 5 units on basketball Bobby's bet.
It didn't work out for you.
What happens? He comes in and he's, "Oh, hey, best friend, man."
Oh,
That's what you sounded like at 5:12 in the morning.
It didn't work out well for you.
Struggling $5 down.
I'm sorry.
I think he's going to walk in with $5 at the next commercial break and plop it down in front of you.
I don't think
that's
so.
not going to happen.
No, it's not. He's a coward.
Not doing that?
No.
He's not doing that?
Cowardly
Because I only
Bob.
have $3 in my pocket.
Who does Nick Sirianni turn to when he has questions about what to do next? We talk frequently about how his staff has no safe haven, no wise owl to close the door and help guide him through difficult times. He references Frank Reich, like often. Word search tells me 4 times during the course of this season. Does Frank really have the time to counsel a protege when he was 3-5 going into last night's game and facing major scrutiny himself? Plus, is Frank Reich successful enough as a head coach that we want him to be the go-to guy for our coach to give him advice on how to be a successful head coach? I think when we look back, no matter how this turns out, I'm thinking that this is the greatest error in the first year of this regime. Now, if they overcome it and have a successful second half run, maybe they don't need it after all. I could be proven wrong. So what is a successful final 9 games? And if you want to join in this conversation, you can at 610-632-0975. I don't want a moving target on this. I don't want something where we're constantly double talking because I want to go on the record here. What would be a successful final 9 games? They have 3 wins today. Is it a 4-5 record over the last 9 games? I think 4-5 to me is a good target. If the Eagles go 4-5 and finish 7-10, they were better than I expected them to be, and I would expect that this second half is going to be a lot better than the first half. So I'm asking you guys, and we just put it down now. It's like sort of like a reset as far as we're not going to say it was a crappy year. If this team wins 8 games and goes 8-9, I'm not going to say it was a crappy year because this team wasn't expected to win that. They've got a chance to be able to do something like that. So I say 4 wins the rest of the way is, to me, would make for, I'd go, okay, that's pretty good. This team finishes 7-10. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
What number?
I'd agree.
So 4 is your number 2?
I think 5 is unmitigated success. 4,
unmitigated success.
I think is successful. Considering what this was, it'll make you feel a little better, I think, about the coaching staff. Because you look at Washington and New York as kind of gimmies. They're not. They're division games. So if they're able to pull those out and sweep one of them, you'll feel pretty good about the coaching staff and the game plans they're coming up with, I think. I think 4-5 is definitely a success.
So you say, is it 4 or 5?
I mean, 5's like, whoa, we might have a coach here. 4 is...
But 4 is a success.
Feeling pretty good.
7 wins to me is I would say is a success.
If I learn something. Like, I'm sorry, through 8 games so far, 3-5, you can talk records all you want. I haven't learned. I still don't know if this coach is an NFL coach. I still don't know if this quarterback's an NFL quarterback. I don't know if the number 1 draft pick, Heisman Trophy winner, is the receiver that we thought he was going to be, maybe because of this quarterback or maybe because of this coach. Like, I really don't. I'm not going to say I don't care about wins and losses, but to me, I need to have answers. So they could lose the remaining 9 games to me, but as long as they play at a way that I have answers on the quarterback, on the coaching staff, on the younger players, I just need answers of who they are moving forward.
Well, if they lose every game the rest of the way, the answer on the coaching staff is done.
Well,
done.
Yeah,
they'd be run out of town.
Yeah, because of the opponents you're playing. You're right. You're right on that, John. I just need answers. And do they come in the form of wins? Most probably. It's easier to find answers that way. But I just need to know who this team is so that I know going to this draft who this team is going to be.
Pat, it's going to be hard to say it was a crappy year if they win 7 or 8.
It will be. It will be difficult.
Will you still say it?
If they win 7 and 8?
If they go 7 and 10.
You're talking to a guy that doesn't think they're going to win much of anything.
Okay.
So, forecasting 7 wins for me is like...
Well, just 4, that's 4 and 5.
Forecasting Margot Robbie's going to suddenly call me back. It's a little far-fetched for me,
got her
at
number?
least.
Yeah, right?
Wow.
You called her?
I have a number. Yeah, try it. Only 4 people get that. I think a success is they don't win another game this season, but they're competitive in every single one and they grow.
If you don't win another game this season with the schedule that's in front of you, and the teams that are in front of you,
No, that's a failure.
That's a failure. You're out of a job. You're done. You're fired.
I think if you show growth with some of the younger players and development, I think you're fine. I don't think Jeffrey Lurie is going to fire this guy anyway, because I don't think Jeffrey Lurie is going to want to pay three. He'd be paying 3 coaches because you'd have to fire this guy, be paying Doug Peterson, still paying this guy, and then paying a 3rd coach. I don't see that happening anyway. But for the long-term effect, the draft pick is the most important thing.
I thought Doug only gets paid through this year.
I thought
Am I wrong,
I thought
or
he
is
signed
that
a contract extension.
Oh, I thought he only gets signed.
I could be wrong.
I had thought he only got paid because I was told that's one of the reasons that Doug's camped in Florida.
I could be wrong.
Is because he's getting paid this year
Probably
and that he'll be back next year.
Yeah.
By the way, his name popped up in the Vegas paper again as somebody.
His name's gonna be popping up. Yeah, his name's gonna be popping up all over the place with every coaching vacancy.
Yeah, I mean, it should be popping.
He'll get a second shot.
He's a Super Bowl winning coach.
It's just a matter where it'll be.
And
if Jeff Fisher got how many shots?
Jeff
Fisher was the king of 500.
Yeah, Mr. 8-8.
What was it like? All the seasons that he was 1 game over, 1 game under, or 500. He was right there constantly, and he stayed forever.
Adam Gase got us. Like if you look
Marvin
at the
Lewis coached for like 19 years.
Adam Gase. Well, the Marvin Lewis
in one
tenure,
town.
the tenure was crazy.
Yeah,
but the ownership didn't care.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just. But the fact that Adam Gase got hired a second time, googly eyes, was just.
Yeah,
that
there's a lot
press
of coaches that probably didn't deserve a second, third, fourth. Like Romeo Crennel's another one.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you could keep going down the list.
But no, and I don't want to see that happen. I do not want to be talking about a coaching search. No. And I don't see any. How about this? I don't see any way today, on November 5th, that we will be. I don't see any way.
I don't see it
Not
either.
with this guy. You have 2 teams behind you in this division right now.
Yeah,
We're
crazy.
talking about how crappy a year this is, and 2 teams in the division that are 3 and 4 years into a rebuild are behind us.
And you can make excuses, too, for the shortcomings of the coaching staff. Like Sirianni, you can make excuses of.
Like what?
Well, how's he supposed to win when he doesn't have an NFL quarterback and he didn't pick him? Like, if I'm Sirianni and, like, hypothetically speaking, if I don't win a game, if my perfect scenario plays out, they're competitive, they don't win any football games, they have a high draft pick, they have 2 because of the Dolphins. He goes in and he goes, "Whoa, you can't fire me. I didn't pick this guy. Like, let me pick my hand-picked quarterback, and then you can truly evaluate me." But I was working with. I tried to make chicken salad out of chicken. You know what?
It's going to be that's the answer, and that's the answer we all wanted. We all said if we did not know the answer to Jalen Hurts, that was a failure of a season. Jamie's the only one who has waved the white flag,
right,
on Jalen Hurts. If Jalen Hurts goes out and plays crappy on Sunday, it's in my bag. I may waive Monday because this is a game he should be able to compete in.
It's a game he should be able to manage, sure, because your running game is going to be the focus. You have an opponent that should allow you to set up your passing game.
Yes.
Right? You should be able to use the run to set up the pass. Similar to what they did against, I know I keep bringing it up, against the Raiders on the first drive. Run, throw a play action in there. You get a wide open tight end down the, behind a linebacker. You should be able to do that this weekend. That's why I said I'm excited about this weekend because I really think we can do a really good job of gauging where people are.
Yeah, it should be good. It should be set up for him to maybe get some play action going.
That's what I wonder about.
Yeah.
Now that you're actually doing
now
handoffs to your running back.
You showed you can run it 46 times successfully last weekend. Maybe the Chargers are on their toes a little bit for that. So, I'd love to. I want Jalen Hurts to succeed because that means it's the quickest rebuild and the best way to do it. But I just don't think he's.
Well, you've already thrown the flag on him. You don't.
Yeah.
You're the only one who's waved the flag on him.
I mean,
you're done. You answered. You said out. You were out. You quit on him.
Yeah, you're a quitter.
I think you're going to regret it. I think by Thanksgiving, early December, Jamie's going to be going, well, I'm seeing things I didn't see before.
I don't.
I think I'm pretty confident.
I really don't. That's funny you bring that up.
Well, I
don't.
I do. I think I do not believe one of us is going to be waving the flag anytime soon.
I don't think he sees the field well.
Well, I don't. There are a lot of perceived weaknesses, but he has a chance to look better just because of
absolutely.
So, hey, what is it that makes you uniquely you? Jamie, we're still trying to figure that out with you. DuckDuckGo doesn't think that's any of their business, and frankly, it shouldn't be the business of any tech company. Protect your privacy online for free with DuckDuckGo.
I'm a big Woody.
By the way, just heard from
That's what makes him.
just heard from somebody we were waiting for.
Oh, he's here?
A phone was dead. A phone was dead. No alarm went off. Thank God. Thank God. I feel much.
So do I.
We feel much more relieved. We were worried about somebody out there in the listening audience. We were worried about somebody, and the phone was dead, and the alarm didn't go off. Thank God. That's it's always anxious. I don't know. Like Bob. I always say it to do with my daughter. I go, you have 4 souls roaming the earth. Jamie now has 2. I've got 1, and my mind races terribly all the time on. I don't know how parents do it. I honestly, the parents, especially parents with big families, I don't know how do your mind just must be in constant anguish.
It's the worst feeling ever.
Worried about it.
You're not knowing where a kid is, or if they're in trouble, or if not being able to get in touch with them. It's the worst feeling ever. And it talks about the times because my parents never knew where I was.
No,
didn't care, quite frankly.
And how many times did you con them about where you were? You did. Come on. You told them you were one place and you were another.
Because we did the same thing every weekend. Hey, I'm going out tonight. I'm going to sleep over at Glenn's. Glenn would tell his parents that he's sleeping at my house because then they didn't expect you to come home. And then you'd come home at 3 o'clock and you'd say, I couldn't sleep at Glenn's. I just decided to come home. They'd be like, oh, okay, good.
You love that.
Boy.
Did your parents...
That's what we did.
See, you guys are raised in a different era. Did your parents stay up?
No.
Never?
No.
Tom or Betty stayed up when we came in. One of the parents stayed up to see you in the house. And it was always, as my mom says, just to check, are you impaired when you walked in the door? That's all it was being done for.
My dad was a couch sleeper, so he'd always...
So he'd be asleep on the couch when you came home?
Yeah. Yeah. He would always pass out on the couch.
Would you be able to go get past him and just go to bed? Or would he wake up when you came in?
He'd most of the time wake up.
Would he give you the 3rd degree, or would he just...
Nah, he was just kind of in a wake-up haze.
Okay.
Oh, good to see you.
Good to see you.
See you.
Because I think Betty and Tom got lazy. As I
You were the 3rd.
Right.
I think once you get outnumbered as a parent, I think you start to concede a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 6 and some years younger than my brother, so it was like I think they were tired. I think they weren't ready for. I think they weren't ready for it. But one of them always
exhausting work.
One of them always stayed up, and then Betty would give you she'd always be like reading something or what, and then she'd get engaged in conversation.
Oh yeah.
How you doing? Where were you? What'd you do? So sit down for a second. What were you doing?
Yeah,
I didn't drink. So it wasn't. I wasn't doing anything wrong.
No, we weren't doing anything like crazy.
You were in the woods.
I found myself doing
You
yesterday.
were in the woods drinking.
No, we didn't go in the woods drinking. We
just drank right in the backyards.
I don't know. We were like I was out with my boys yesterday from high school. We would have games, like summer league. We'd have summer league games that we played in, and then we'd play tennis until midnight, and then we'd go pool hopping in people's pools that we didn't know, and we just sat around and had fun with you. I thought my middle name for the longest time was Mistake. Because that's how I was referred to by my brothers and sisters and my parents. Because I was so much younger than everybody.
Jamie, go give him a hug.
Did any of your boys order foo-foo beer when you went to lunch?
Rock got a pump. Queen yesterday.
So this is
Pump
the
Queen?
What's happening to Rock?
But then he changed. He had one Pump Queen, and then he changed and had
then he had a guy's beer.
Miller Lite or something.
Then he had a guy's beer.
Yeah. I had what did I have? I had an adulting yesterday.
You've told me that, and I can get that.
I had one adulting, and it's like 6 point something. So I was like, I don't want to have another one of them. So then I had a big wave. I had.
So tomorrow, you're telling me tomorrow after church, I could get an adulting probably at PJ's Port.
Oh yeah, adulting is pretty good. You'll like it.
Right.
Yeah.
Check out the Tyrone Johnson Show live from the Bet Rivers Sportsbook at Rivers Casino, Philadelphia. Every Saturday from 9 to noon, watch college football action on the 56-foot LED screen, win great prizes and more. Hang out with Ty. He actually is a lot of fun. You'll enjoy it. Come on out. You'll be glad you got up on Saturday morning for that. So the 76ers win. And I launched my theory earlier on in the show, and it is just a theory because Joel Embiid was invisible last night. His effort was subpar.
Wait, he played last night?
Yeah, I know. It's hard. I'm going to tell you right now. I waited and I purposely let all of you give your opinion before I gave mine. I think Joel Embiid, his body language sucked last night. I think he was disinterested in the game. I think he was pissed off that the Sixers were asking him to play in a back-to-back. Because it was November 4th, and I can just hear the conversation. Really? They're making me play a back-to-back? They know my knee's wonky. It's a back-to-back. We're playing Detroit, and they're making me play? Early in the season? First 10 games? This is stupid. I shouldn't be playing. I should have a night off. And this is what they've created. And you didn't think it was a crazy theory. Like, you didn't seem to think that was a crazy theory.
No, I don't know what it was, but if I was Doc Rivers when we got back to the locker room, I would have said something to the point of, yeah, we won in spite of you tonight. I mean, I'd let him have it. I can't have that. I can't have your superstar player come out and not give effort. Look, you can have a bad shooting night. Okay, no problem. You could have a bad turnover night because you weren't seeing things or they were doubling you from angles that you weren't used to. I can live with that. I can't live with not showing up. He didn't show up last night. And in the fourth quarter, when the game was out of reach and things were comfortable, he went after some stats and he hit some jumpers, but I just can't have that effort last night. It pissed me off. I do. I take it. I'm not going to say I take it personally, but I don't like when guys show up and don't play.
I think he should get surgery. That's my take on him after watching
You're saying now?
Yeah. Shut it down. Come back. Hopefully, maybe right around the new year. I think with Drummond, you can survive a little bit. B-Ball Paul can be the backup. And if it's 6 to 8 week, surgery and rehab, I don't know why it wasn't done over the summer other than
vacations.
No, I think it's probably more Joel not wanting to have another surgery. He probably thinks if I do this again, my reputation's like he wanted to win the MVP this year because he thought he got screwed last year because he didn't play enough games. Like I think he wants to play every game.
Well, you can't play like that,
and that's why he didn't have the surgery.
Pat, there's so many different theories on this.
I'm glad that Jamie brought it up because I had the thought of do you just have the surgery now?
I would.
And it was one of those, I didn't know if it was a stupid thought because I have a lot of those, so I don't have to curtail my stupid thoughts. But
Pat, that's why you're here.
That's a good point. I got to make you guys look smarter. But in all seriousness, it's not working.
I think he's hurt. Yeah.
There's no sign of him coming out of it, and it clearly looks like he's playing on an injured knee. So take the hit now, see if you can survive, and then get to January and get him fully healthy.
Question asked to management. Is Joel Embiid healthy?
Have we asked management?
Was surgery an option? I'd love to, and we're going to ask. We're going to reach out to the Sixers, see if we can get somebody on next week.
I'm thinking the question is, what in the holy hell is going on here? Not to take it away from you, James. What is going on here? You're 8 games into a season, 9 games into a season, or whatever, and your best player is doubled over, grabbing his knee almost constantly. What exactly did you do in the offseason? Why hasn't this question been asked?
Played tennis in sweatpants.
What's wrong with the sweatpants part?
You don't play tennis in sweatpants.
Oh, now you're just nitpicking.
I told him
now
not
you're
to
nitpicking.
Either. It is not nitpicking.
Yeah, I can't believe it's another NBA season.
And this is the storyline.
I mean, I can believe it, sadly, but I also can't at the same time.
No, you didn't. Not only can you believe it, you expected it deep down.
Yeah,
you did.
I did.
You expected it.
I never expect him to play a full season of basketball. That's just the expectation.
When it came out that he hadn't had the surgery, that's when I started feeling like the season was going to be not very good.
Flyers, I'm feeling a little better about having the highest prediction of wins. Still, though. The way that they've come out, the supporting cast and everything, I've seen strides. I'm seeing strides and Seth,
he's getting better. It's amazing.
I'll be anxious to see how this evolves. During the course.
Him and Maxey have taken that next step. I mean, Maxey played 45 minutes last night.
Maxey was fun last night. He's got that little floater going too. He's
contagious.
He is.
Whereas Ben is kind of like an energy suck.
That's a great word.
Maxey's contagious.
He's fun to watch. And I love the little floater. Keep the floaters coming.
Yeah, guys that can find that finish using the backboard, not using the backboard. And here's what ticks me off. Hey, Joel, a guy that can do floaters like that, they can also
Alley-oop?
give you alley-oops.
Yes.
Why not, get yourself into a lane off of a pick and roll and go hard at the
Don't
basket and
stand
look
beyond
for
the
it?
three-point line.
Yeah.
All right, so much coming your way, including, remember when this guy said that, well, he was being set up, and now, I have nothing to hide. This is why the Eagles organization, I'm going to tell you, I heard from somebody very well-sourced, doesn't want to be in the middle of this crap. We'll get to it next. John Kincade Show here on 97.5 The Fanatic. Pro football, college football. It's a Friday, and you're looking at the slate for the weekend, and you're salivating because it's a chance to make some cash. And the Parks Casino Sportsbook app is backed by the best casino in the entire state. It's absolutely beautiful. And they got a risk-free bet for you up to $500. Yes, you're going to get your refunded and site credit should you lose. But why expect to lose? There's so many ways that you can win. The live in-game betting is absolutely phenomenal. It changes how you watch the game. You bet more than the score. You can bet on player performances, bet on passing, rushing yards, touchdowns, halftime. All the Eagles prop bets are going to be ones you're going to want to check out this weekend. And you can download the app or click parkscasino.com/PA. Baseball's done, so now you get more into the hoops or the hockey. Download the app or click parkscasino.com/PA. Use my promo code Kincade. You got to be 21 and in the state of Pennsylvania. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
Uh-oh. Looks like I'm in for a bad hair day.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. This countdown to kickoff is brought to you by Ferguson HVAC.
The Birds are back home this Sunday as Justin Herbert and the Bolts come to town. Los Angeles has been slipping lately, dropping their last 2 games, and they've given up 103 points over the past 3 weeks. It seems like we could be primed for a shootout at the Link following Philly's 44-point performance in Detroit. Kickoff is at 4:05 p.m. Temperature will be 56 degrees.
That countdown to kickoff was brought to you by Ferguson HVAC. Ferguson HVAC, your Delaware Valley Train heating and air conditioning distributor. Visit Train.com to find a certified Train dealer near you.
We run a business. Setbacks change everything. And online, they happen fast. With your Comcast Business Internet, you can stay ahead. And now it comes with Security Edge to make it even more secure. It helps keep your network safe with scans every 10 minutes. And unlike some cybersecurity options, this helps protect every device that's connected. Because when your information, your people, and your company have Security Edge, you can be ready for what's next. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Fast speeds and advanced security. Now together for $69.99 a month for 12 months with a 3-year agreement from Comcast Business. Learn more about powerful connectivity and advanced cybersecurity solutions for your business. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today. Offer ends 1/3/22. Restrictions apply. New Comcast Business 100 megabits per second and Security Edge customers only. Early termination fee applies. Equipment taxes and fees extra and subject to change.
Hi, I'm Steven Singer. Yep, that's me, the I Hate Steven Singer guy. Why do other jewelers hate me? I'm a nice guy. Because other jewelers just want to throw up when you ask, can I trade in my old diamond studs? Why? I guess it's because they're in the business of selling. I'm in the love business. I love to see my friends come back and trade in their old diamond studs. It's true. You can start with any size and upgrade them for a bigger pair anytime you want. Get exactly what you paid. Not only do other jewelers not want you to trade in your diamond studs, but even if they do, they don't give you back what you paid. Why are their diamonds worth less? Oops. Come see me, the real Steven Singer, a real jeweler whose diamonds are always worth what you pay. Visit me at the other corner of 8th and Walnut. By phone, 888-I-HATE-STEVEN-SINGER. Online, IHateStevenSinger.com. Oh, by the way, these stunning Anita diamond stud earrings are always 100% eye-flawless, near-colorless, brilliant-cut diamonds. Magnificent and bright white, topped off with my 14-karat safety silicone backs. IHateStevenSinger.com. One place, one price.
At Shell, we know from the time you get up to the time you wrap up,
Good night.
There's a lot of meetups, eat-ups, and hurry-ups. So come to Shell and get 3 things done at once. Fill up with Shell V-Power Nitro Plus to help keep your engine running like new. Save up with the Fuel Rewards program and never pay full price for gas again. And snack up with in-store rewards to save even more at the pump. Make the most of the stop you need to make with Shell and engines that continuously use Shell V-Power Nitro Plus premium gasoline. See full terms and conditions at fuelrewards.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
So you've got some squeaky wipers? Sounds like it's time for a new set. We've got deals to help you get the job done and get ready for rainy fall weather. Right now, you can get a $15 AutoZone gift card by mail or email when you buy 2 Rain-X Silicone Advantage wipers. And we've even got more ways to shop, like our free same-day store pickup and next-day delivery.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Start your job today at AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
Dell Technologies' biggest business sale of the year has arrived. Step up your vision with top tech up to 45% off during the early access Black Friday event. Dell Technologies recommends Windows 11 Pro for business. Plus, get incredible savings on Windows 11 PCs, along with servers, monitors, and docks, all with free shipping. There's also special financing with Dell Business Credit. Get started by contacting your Dell Technologies advisor today at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
I'm not answering. It's another one of those expiring warranty calls.
Speaking of warranties, would have been nice to have warranty coverage when our furnace broke last month.
You know, Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning contractors offer up to 10 years of protection on a new system.
Huh, and that's peace of mind, knowing we're covered if we need service.
Safeguard your investment with up to 10 years of service protection from Bryant. Exceeding industry standards, one more way Bryant does whatever it takes to keep you comfortable. Go to nopaybryant.com to find a dealer near you.
Bryant.
Whatever it takes.
Hey, Pennsylvania. With Unibet Sportsbook's Level Up Parlay Booster, you can get unlimited parlay boosts of up to 50%. Sign up today to get $500 risk-free. Build a parlay no one else in Pennsylvania could have thought of. Download the app or visit pa.unibet.com. Unibet Sportsbook. Crazy about the odds. Must be 21 or over to play and physically located in Pennsylvania. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
KGL Skin Study Center in Newtown Square is testing a product which may alleviate the symptoms of seborrheic eczema. If you or your child currently have an episode of seborrheic eczema on the scalp, we'd like to hear from you. At KGL, we provide prepaid debit cards as compensation for volunteering. Men, women, and children can earn up to $250 if selected for the seborrheic eczema study. Just go to kglskinstudycenter.com. That's kglskinstudycenter.com.
Google Career Certificates are designed to help job seekers learn new skills for in-demand jobs. To help Pennsylvania job seekers, Google is partnering with local organizations to provide support and scholarships. Learn more at grow.google/certificates.
After 9 seasons in the NFL, take it from me, your team is like family. Make sure your home caregiver is from my team. Because when it comes to home care, you want your loved ones cared for like family. Contact my team at Affordable Home Care today.
Today is the AACR's first Thank a Donor Day. So I'd like to personally thank all the listeners who have supported AACR's critical mission through The Fanatic. We believe in the work of the AACR. That's why we ask Fanatic fans to step up every single day to support life-saving cancer research with a donation to the American Association for Cancer Research. They have made spectacular progress in the fight against cancer. I was on with their board the other day just hearing about some of the amazing strides that are being made. It's unbelievable. And they're making that progress because of you, because of all the research that they're able to fund through the AACR. So today on November 5th, it's AACR's first Thank a Donor Day. So I'd like to thank you and all of our clients who have donated. You can go to aacr.org/donor impact and see how your gifts make a difference. And I promise you, if you do that, you're going to want to make a donation today at aacr.org/fanatic. Go to aacr.org/donor impact. See the big strides that are being made and how you're helping to get it done. I am living proof. Cancer research saves lives.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
I've got a dog named after Nick Foles. You can't get more Philly than that. We're always loving the backup quarterback.
How's everyone doing? On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Great way to get your Friday morning started. Hopefully your commute is fine. Hanging out with the John Kincade Show. Hopefully you stream on the app and listen to us all day long. We greatly appreciate it when you do. Hopefully your weekend's going to be fine. The weather is going to be perfect, as Julie Newmar would say. Perfect. It's going to be a great weekend. By the way, the next week looks fantastic.
I would say there's maybe a handful of people that just got that reference.
That know Julie Newmar?
Yeah.
I mean, I put it together. I assume she was Catwoman.
Yeah.
On the TV series?
Yeah.
Bam,
You who Google everything,
Julie Newmar.
treat yourself to Julie Newmar.
She can't be better than Michelle Pfeiffer or Halle Berry.
Yes. Halle Berry's beautiful.
Halle Berry's
just amazing.
I would take Halle Berry, Cadova.
You would?
I would indeed.
Would you make her treat or would you treat?
No, she'd want to treat because she's got the cash.
I'd probably go Dutch.
Yeah, Julie Newmar's coming in third there.
No.
Michelle Pfeiffer is one of the most underrated, sexy people ever.
Wow.
She is spectacular.
You, Connor, and Julie Newmar? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Hey, Football Friday and the Fanatic is brought to you by Pumpman Philly. If you need a water pump expert for your facility, contact Pumpman Philly. Pump! The guys to know to fix your flow. By the way, Pumpman loves that.
What do you say, Pump?
We're back.
The Pumpman loves you.
Pumpman, we're back.
They love you.
I was taking over for you because I know you were hurting, so it's back at you. You got it.
You did a great job.
Good job by you,
Yeah,
pal.
I would consider you the Nick Foles of the screaming pump.
Okay.
Hey, remember when Deshaun Watson's attorney said that they were getting there was a shakedown going on in the very beginning of the story?
Not Shakedown Street.
And then remember when he said that they were not going to pay off women and make them stay quiet by signing a confidentiality agreement because Deshaun Watson had nothing to hide? Well, just add that to the long string of lies that are being told by Deshaun Watson's camp. They were trying to trade him by the NFL trade deadline. They were making moves, and they reportedly had one or two teams that were close to trying to make a deal for Deshaun Watson. I consider one of them being Miami because he spoke to Miami's owner. And on the day they were trying to get the deal done, the day before, they distributed non-disclosure agreements to the women and said, we'll pay you off to go away, but you have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. You can never speak about this again. You can never speak about anything again. They approached 6 women who have not asked for any money, who have in no way asked for money, and in fact have publicly said, we're not looking for any money from Deshaun Watson. The women turned the attorney down flat. Not one of his accusers was willing to take the cash payoff. What does that tell you about Deshaun Watson and why he is toxic and why we should never have to worry about him ending up in Philadelphia? They wouldn't take his money. So now the narrative goes away of Deshaun Watson. Well, he's guilty, but he's going to pay some people off, or he's being set up by these gold diggers. They were trying to desperately get these non-disclosure agreements signed before the trade deadline. He's like, no, none of the women would take it. None.
Yeah, I didn't think he was going to play football this year. Even if he gets reinstated for next year, he's still probably going to face discipline. And
how do you reinstate him?
I don't know, but it's not the high morality league. It's the National Football League.
Well, remember, he was being set up. Rusty Harden he's being set up. He's being shook down. The women were all offered checks, and they all passed.
That really gives validity to their claims.
Said no.
Yeah,
we're fine. Let's go to court.
I find it weird that there's no court date or any idea. Nobody seems to have any idea when this actually is going to play out in the court of law. It's been a really strange steer. He could be done.
He could be done.
But then can't the Texans ask for their money back this year?
No, they could. Sure. If he's unable to play because of a legal problem, they could get back the money for next year.
Like, he's getting paid right now.
Yeah, they could get back the money for next year.
They should get back
year.
this year's.
I don't think they can.
Well,
I think by the collective bargaining,
it's a joke that he's getting paid right now.
Yeah, you guys know how I feel. We've talked about it
Such
endlessly. I'm out. I'm just out on Deshaun Watson. I'm out on anything that has to do with him in the NFL right now.
We do not need to have him here, and that's good news.
Right.
That's good news. Park Sportsbook app has got a great offer for you. New customers sign up now. Get your first bet risk-free up to $500. Go to parkscasino.com/PA. Promo code FANATIC. You got to be 21 and in Pennsylvania. If you got a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. I may go play some cards tomorrow, but it sounds like such a beautiful day. I don't know. I have to figure it out.
Yeah, I can't be sitting on inside on
And
a
when it's
day.
beautiful
That's
in
why I don't like to
November.
go to the movies. Honest to God, I just don't like to know that I have to be sitting inside.
That's a rainy day down the shore. It's movie
Go to the
day.
theaters?
That's a Monday or Tuesday or a Wednesday.
Pat loves it.
It's got to be. It's got to be a rainy
Sometimes it's
day.
a
or
Friday,
something.
Saturday, even a Sunday.
By the way, Tony Marzano yesterday.
I
said-
forgot the card again.
Did you forget
Damn.
it again?
He's still
he's gonna
working
be
next
back
week.
On, he'll be working on, I think, Monday. Maybe he's going to be done. He's doing great
All
work.
right, I'll bring it in Monday.
Doing great work. I told him yesterday. He recited to me yesterday 3 things that he heard on the show. And he said it was Jamie Lynch's birthday was the first thing out of his mouth. It was Jamie Lynch's birthday today. And I said, good, you listen. Because I'm testing him.
Yeah.
Because he had another favorite show in the morning that he was listening to.
WOGL. If they ever see me in the streets, they better watch out.
I said, how old are you? I said, come on, Tone. You should be listening to this show.
That's right.
More hip.
It's where smart people come.
Hip.
We're more hip.
I love it. Exactly.
Hey,
I
hello,
love you
fellow
tonight.
kids.
I
We're
love
cool.
you.
Did you see Steve Buscemi, by the way,
Yes.
for Halloween? You know, the
Yes,
meme of
yes,
him?
yes.
He dressed as that on his front stoop in Brooklyn and giving out candy.
Was his kid with him? Was it his kid sitting with him?
I couldn't tell.
I think that
thought
was.
so.
But that was hilarious.
That was great.
He seems like a cool dude.
He'd be fun to hang out with him.
Yeah, I think he's cool.
In the linchpin, Jamie can be fun to hang out with. He has a question for all of us.
This is the Linchpin.
Yeah, I want to ask us all a question. I'll give my answer first, and then we'll go around, and I want to hear the varying opinions on this. If the Eagles are to win on Sunday, it will be because of whom? My answer is Josh Sweat. I think if you make Herbert's life, and maybe it's Hargrave, but I'll go with Sweat. If you make Herbert's life difficult on Sunday, I think it gives you the best chance to win. I kind of think the offense is what it is. I don't think, they really have a chance to go into the high 30s or anything. I think they're just kind of a, mid-20s scoring team, possibility of getting in the 30s. But if you're able to stop this Chargers offense, I think it's the key to the game.
It has to be a specific player?
Yeah. What do you got,
If the
John?
Eagles win, it will be because of Jordan Howard.
Ooh.
Because they will have stayed committed to the run. They will have run the football. They will have limited possessions for Justin Herbert. And as I showed to you yesterday, when Justin Herbert gets his possessions limited to less than 10 in a game, 9 or below, he averages less than 15 points a game. That is that they have to know those numbers, and I hope at the NovaCare Center they're listening to this show and they pick that little tidbit up, and I help lead them to victory on Sunday.
Bobby, who you got?
Hi, Robert.
My first thought was Darius Slay.
It's a good one. Keenan Allen.
that is a
Keenan
good
Allen
one.
shutting down
Spectacular.
there.
But will he follow him all game,
Yeah, I know. But I think the Chargers, no matter what, are going to put up some points. So I'm going to have to go to the offensive side of the ball, and I'm going to go Devontae Smith.
Thought you might go there.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Wow, look at us.
Yeah.
I like
Kismet.
that. So
you
thought
said you
that.
want 10 targets out of him.
I want 10 I want them to target him 10 times every week, and I'm not exaggerating on that. I think he should get 10 targets every week.
Can we not have the
you know
first
why?
play of the game go to him, though, for the drop?
Yeah.
Like the last 2 weeks?
But I need it to be in Jalen Hurts' head. We want you to throw to him. If you don't think he's open, throw to him. If he looks like he's covered, throw to him. When it's a design play to throw to him, throw to him. But I want that buried into Jalen Hurts' head. Look for Devontae Smith and throw him the ball. So I'm looking for an 8-catch, 100-yard game from him this
that'd be
weekend
fun.
if they win.
What's your name, Pat?
Nick Sirianni.
Ooh.
If they win this game, it's because Nick Sirianni kept to the game plan that was working, and that the game plan that the Chargers probably gave them, which is running the football.
It's a good answer.
Against the Raiders, they ran the football. It looked methodical the first drive. They looked great, and I turned to Bob and said, we probably won't see that again, and you didn't. Now, part of that, I think, was the reason why when the Eagles get down in the football game, they panic, and they immediately start throwing the football nonstop.
Well, that's true.
If they win this football game, it'll be because he didn't panic. He had a good game plan, and he stuck to it.
How about this one for you from NFL Live, and I'm stealing it? 8 points or less trailing. Eagles have the highest percentage of pass in the NFL.
That doesn't surprise me.
They literally panic. He panics. You can't panic on this game. You cannot panic.
You can't panic any week. You're
and that's
right.
panicking. That is clearly panicking.
It is. It's. I think I said this before, that the thing that concerns me most about a young, especially a first-year head coach, is impatience. Right? You get there and you want to, here we go. We got to go. We got to do something good. Quick. That's not the way you need to coach this team right now. Not with Jalen Hurts as your quarterback.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's what it is.
Yeah.
This guy panics. But guess what? Maybe in November and December he doesn't.
Yeah,
he
let's
learns
hope.
his lesson and moves on. And I'm here for it. Nick, I'm here for that. I'm not rooting for you to fail.
I would love to see Jordan Howard have a good game.
Correct.
You know, your answer means he'd stick with the run. Maybe Boston Scott. Maybe it's Gainwell. Maybe Gainwell's out of the doghouse. I think everybody that watches Philadelphia Eagles football would love to see, push of the run game again on Sunday. It's not rocket science.
I like that, though.
You got some big hogs on that line. Use them.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, wouldn't you love to see a number like 123 next to a running back come Monday? You know, we haven't seen that in I long
can't.
since Shady. That just, 22 for 133. Something like that. That would just be awesome come Monday.
I don't even think I can fathom them doing that.
I know.
Like, you know what I mean? It's that would be what we'd see. I'd love to see it.
I'm a little surprised I was the only defensive answer.
Yeah, you were the only defensive answer.
Yeah.
Because I think bottom line is you just as I played out yesterday, if you keep the ball out of Justin Herbert's hands, he loses. And when Justin Herbert is trailing in games, he makes mistakes. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, he had two costly mistakes last weekend.
You can't let him get comfortable. You can't let him be up 10-0.
That's why Hargrave and Sweat to me. Oh, please get home on Sunday.
If I see just another string of games out of Sweat like I've been seeing, I'll be very excited.
Did you catch the spin move by Milton Williams last weekend?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good. That was
pretty damn impressive for a rookie.
Do you wonder with Milton Williams, though, if it just has to be they need more pieces on defense so Milton Williams can be in a particular size matchup that's better for him, that's advantageous to him.
Yeah,
and right now they don't have enough pieces.
I'd play him over Ryan Kerrigan full time at this point. But for a rookie, I'm not saying he's this player, but it was Freeney-esque. Like, that spin move was powerful and fast, and I went, ho, this kid's got a real shot.
You called him a hoe?
Whoa.
Okay, like a whoa.
Yeah, whoa. Yeah, that was impressive.
You brought Josh Sweat when you brought him up. I kind of snickered because I was like, yeah, no kidding, Jamie. But you're right on that. Like last week, he did something that I haven't seen him do yet in his career, and that was bull rush somebody
with speed.
Now the guy tripped on his own 2 feet, but
you got to give him credit for that.
You do have to give him credit for it. So a dominating performance by him. You're making me rethink like that could go a really long way.
Somebody on the line has to have a dominant game, I think, for them to win.
Fletcher Cox.
That would be great.
Yeah, it's not happening.
I don't think it's happening.
After being
I put him third.
By the way, I'm watching his body language and his performance Sunday closely. After being shopped.
Yeah.
And after ESPN, Pro Football Talk, and others saying the Eagles were shopping him, I want to see what the effort's like.
It'll be interesting, right?
Because he may look at it and say that, wow, I got a chance. The Eagles obviously want to move on from me, so I'm auditioning. So I want a lot of people to be interested in me. I want some good team to be interested in me. Or he could say, screw them. Shopping me like I'm the problem. He could go one of two ways.
I mean, I would hope his 52 teammates supersede any thoughts of that, because when you do that, you're turning your back on your teammates, not really management. You know what I mean? Like, I would have a hard time walking back into a locker room purposefully dogging it. As the team's highest paid player, especially.
I mean, you do that every day with us.
I'm not the highest paid player, so I'm allowed to dog it.
So Bob can. So it's different. Anthony says, I am not a foxhole guy.
We say Ant.
Because, wait a minute, where is it? What happened? Did you find it? Anthony goes, you have not told Bob that he has a giant crumb on his chest. You had a giant crumb.
I do. How about that?
Don't eat it. Don't eat it.
Why?
Don't eat it. Just don't. Hey, KGL Skin
Saving it for later.
KGL Skin Study Center is recruiting for an atopic eczema study for adults in Newtown Square. Get paid up to $375 to volunteer. Go to KGLSkinStudyCenter.com. So Bob says, too, all he wants is answers out of this Eagles season. And that there's a lot of young players that you still don't have an answer on.
Yeah.
You don't have an idea about where you say, okay, keep them, get rid of them. I see something good here. I see something bad here.
Sure. The headline guy, of course, is Jalen Hurts. Going into the season, is he the quarterback of the future? How do you use the draft picks for next year, if he is or if he isn't? I mean, he's the one guy, the one young guy that all the focus goes on, and rightfully so. But there's a whole lot of young players on this team, so I'll go over some of them with you and think you have an answer on them. Do you have an answer on Miles Sanders? Your answers are no. Yeah, because you can't say.
Heading into the season, I thought I did.
I thought I did, too. I do not.
But we don't. Jalen Reagor?
No.
Do not.
Yeah. Dallas Goedert?
Yes.
I think he's becoming what he is.
Confidently, yes.
Okay.
Which is a solid player, not
solid
great.
Player, but I think he absolutely could put up I don't know that he's going to put up 100 catch a year like Zach Ertz did.
But I want to see him with a different quarterback.
But I do believe he's secure.
And now you have to be honest in your answers. Don't forget. Devontae Smith.
Yeah.
Not yet.
I think so.
Not yet.
No.
Based on what?
Based on bad quarterback play.
Okay, but you haven't seen it.
I see him get open, which I know will translate to more success one day.
All right, fair enough. Quez Watkins.
He's shown enough that I want to see more.
Not enough. No.
Right,
no.
Not enough. No answers.
I mean, he's one of my 3 next year. Like I have.
I'm not saying not be here. I'm just saying.
That's an answer to me.
I don't have an answer. I haven't seen enough.
If he's a starter next year, if I feel good about him being a starter next year, that's an answer to me.
Okay. Steve Nelson.
No.
I think he's been solid, but I don't know if I'd give him another contract.
TJ Edwards.
No, not enough.
Not enough, but I'm optimistic it's trending in the right direction.
He's better than Eric
Taylor.
Wilson.
Again, I haven't seen enough.
I haven't seen enough.
Kevon Wallace.
No.
I haven't seen enough.
I thought coming out of Clemson that they had something.
There's a reason he fell to the 4th round.
I'm leaning not. That was more off-the-field stuff.
He could be a solid depth piece.
Special teamer?
I don't know if he's safety or future.
No, he's not.
But I think there's a spot for him on the roster.
Like those are just 10 young names, 10 young players that after 8 games, I think what we're looking for this year was answers to questions.
We were.
That it's not even I don't care if you said, yeah, I have an answer, he's not good enough, or yeah, I think he's great. Pretty much overwhelmingly, we don't have answers on.
We do not.
And I don't think that's a good thing. I think it's because of style of play that's being implemented by these coaches, head coaches, defensive coordinators, offensive coordinators. We just don't have answers because they're not being put in positions to give you answers. And that's a little the reason I brought this up is that's a little concerning for me. In a year that you wanted answers moving forward as an organization, if this is indeed a rebuild, a retool, however you want to put it, all right, you need answers. You're not getting them halfway through a season.
Pat, is this part of your gripe with this coaching staff? That you're not getting these answers, or does it just come from the fact that you just don't think they're very good?
Both. I don't think they're very good, but the fact that we don't have answers on a lot of these guys and we're weeks into the season is concerning. The only guy that I say I do have an answer on that you guys mentioned was Jalen Reagor. I think he sucks. I don't see that changing. I've seen him now with 2 quarterbacks. He looks lost. The fact that you have to get him, you have to make a concerted effort to literally hand the ball to him to get him involved is concerning. I think he's just bad. But other than that, everybody you question, I don't have an answer on him.
He's got some loafy routes too.
He's not a good route runner.
Well, I think he just kind of quits on some routes. He doesn't sell stuff.
Why was Gainwell not on your list? That's one that I'm because
he should have been,
because I believe I've seen enough of Gainwell to to me he's one of the guys that I think I have an answer on. Is Gainwell,
and it's positive. The answer is yes. That's funny because the coach benched him last week.
But he's leading and he's one of the league leaders in drops.
Yeah,
and then a 2. And every time I hear about Devontae Smith getting open, make the routine catch. Because I can't. If you're telling me he's wide open and can make the catch, I've seen him dropping balls to start games.
Yeah.
Like routine balls thrown right into his breadbasket he can't catch.
Yeah. Now,
so I can't say, if he's open, he's going to catch it because he can't catch simple balls. They set him up for a simple throw beginning of the game. He can't do it.
Yeah.
I want to see that this week.
That's concerning. And to be, fair here, young guys that I have answers on, Jordan Mailata, and I know it's still early, but Landon Dickerson looks like the real deal to me.
He does.
He really does.
Yeah. And this isn't even the position he's going to play long term.
Right.
It's really good.
He just belongs.
Yeah.
Schlereth has been looking at some. I guess he might think that he has a Eagles game coming up. That Dickerson, he has a whole mantra of.
He's putting the tie on the door.
If you don't hear his name.
Yeah.
He's doing a great job.
You don't hear his name. That's what you want. Young guy on the offensive line. He's doing. He's not. You're not hearing that. You're not seeing him on highlights. You're not seeing him getting beat. You're not seeing that. That's exactly what you want.
Yeah.
So hopefully that continues for him. We have half our show to go, and we appreciate you on this Football Friday joining us here on the John Kincade Show. I think this guy, though, may be in need of the biggest game on Sunday afternoon because there's going to be a direct comparison. We'll get to that and more. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. When you flush the toilet, it's something you take for granted. But as an employee in an office building, you probably haven't thought much about what goes on in the bowels of the building or if the water and waste pump system is fully operational. But if you're a building manager in the Philadelphia area, municipal, commercial, industrial facilities, you know it's really, really bad if you get caught with your pumps down. That's why facilities managers in our area count on Pump Man Philly. They keep their pump systems ready for anything, from sewage pump failures to flooding from major storms. And if you're wondering if your building's pump system is ready for the unexpected, the guys at Pump Man Philly are the experts. They'll troubleshoot. They'll do emergency repair. They'll do maintenance, pump system replacements. That's why the managers for Philly's biggest facilities rely on Pump Man Philly 24/7, 365. Call Pump Man Philly at 833-559-PUMP. Save their number in your phone right now, 833-559-PUMP. Or go online and visit my friends at pumpmanphilly.com.
The John Kincade Show.
You can't just tag no offense on the end of something horribly offensive and act like it's okay.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Football Friday on The Fanatic is brought to you by Pump Man Philly. Need a water pump expert for your facility? Contact Pump Man Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow.
Hey, it's Jamie Lynch. I'm on the line with Luke from PropSwap. Luke, you guys kind of went viral this week with a certain passing yardage leader in the NFL. Tell us about the ticket that made waves this week.
Mike White, the New York Jets quarterback.
Of course.
Of course. Who doesn't bet on this guy? A ticket paid $125,000 off a $1,000 bet. So Mike White to be the Week 8 passing yards leader. He threw for 405 yards. The ticket was in the shop in Atlantic City, and he is now $125,000 richer.
Wow, it's incredible. And, of course, baseball just wrapped up. I'm sure PropSwap was very active with the baseball tickets.
Yeah, Atlanta Braves on August 1st were 60-1 to win the World Series. We sold tons of tickets at that number. We sold tickets at higher odds because, of course, you're buying from people who are willing to dump their Braves tickets. We sold a 75-1 ticket at cash for $10,000. We sold multiple tickets at cash for over $20,000 on Atlanta. So a great outcome for PropSwap and a great outcome for all of our customers.
It's a win-win that every bettor should have in the bag. Check out PropSwap.com or download the free app. It's where America buys and sells sports bets.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fansville, a college football utopia.
Fansville.
Where the lakes are stocked with ice-cold Dr. Pepper, and the autumn winds rustle with the sweet smell of football glory.
And Dr. Pepper.
It's a land flowing with onion dip, where even the food pyramid is shaped like a hot dog.
Footlong.
Where every yard gained is a yard worth celebrating, and every celebration is beyond excessive.
With ice-cold Dr. Pepper.
Return to glory this season with Fansville by Dr. Pepper. Grab some today.
The fall is a beautiful time of year for sports. The start of the football season, baseball playoffs, basketball, hockey just around the corner. With a safe return of live events, that means you can actually be there to see all the action with Vivid Seats. Whether it's in the upper deck or on the 50-yard line, Vivid Seats has you covered. And with Vivid Seats rewards, you can earn free tickets from your very first purchase. Just buy, collect stamps, and redeem. It's that easy. Just visit vividseats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats. Experience it live.
Bet Rivers Sportsbook wants you to experience Rush Pay. When you want to cash out your winnings, you don't want to wait 2 days just to get the go-ahead to withdraw your money. That's why Bet Rivers created Rush Pay. With Rush Pay, 80% of withdrawal requests are approved instantly, meaning you'll get your money faster. Why wait? Get your cash when you want it. Bet with a winner. Bet with Bet Rivers Sportsbook at BetRivers.com. Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
In college football, Goodyear knows a new season means new possibilities, where every Saturday is an opportunity on the road to greatness. No matter if you're out there playing your hardest or cheering the loudest from the sidelines, tailgating in the parking lot, or your favorite spot to watch the game, Goodyear knows passion is what drives us forward all the way to the playoffs. That's the road that moves us. Goodyear, more driven.
Lowe's Provember event is back. In celebration of pros, we're offering special values on top tools to get any job done right. Head into Lowe's and check out the largest selection of DeWalt power tools and accessories. Right now, you can get a guaranteed tough DeWalt 20-volt max bear tool free when you buy a DeWalt 20-volt max drill or impact driver kit. Shop in-store or order online. Lowe's, the new home for pros. Valid through 1/5 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. U.S. only.
For the ones who are always in the know.
Delivery confirmed.
For the ones who keep things running. For the innovators and the problem solvers. Grainger offers supplies and solutions for every industry, experienced staff at local branches, and free access to experts to help answer your toughest questions. So whatever challenge you face, we have the knowledge and products to help. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, Eagles fans, it's always game on with Dunkin'. DD Perks members, pick your day to score a free medium hot coffee 1 time per week. Whether it's the morning after a late night Eagles win or getting hyped up for the game ahead, the best call is always Dunkin'. Try Dunkin's new holiday blend hot coffee, a warming blend with notes of molasses and dried fruit. A limited time only, exclusions apply.
Black Friday starts now at JCPenney. And this Friday through Sunday, shop early and save with thousands of new Black Friday deals while they last. Sparkle everyone's stocking with up to 75% off all fine jewelry. Plus, stock up on Home Expressions bath towels, now only $2.99 each. These deals and many more end Sunday. Happy Black Friday, JCPenney. Offers valid on select items 11/5 to 11/7. Exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
This is Unibet, one of Europe's leading betting apps. And this is Nigel.
Hello.
Nigel has just been promoted from head of Unibet Europe to head of Unibet US. Nigel doesn't know anything about American sports.
QB Scramble. That's some sort of American frittata?
Download the app or visit pa.unibet.com. Get $500 risk-free and take advantage of the odds. Before Nigel figures them out. Unibet. Crazy about the odds.
Must be 21 or over to play and physically located in Pennsylvania. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, today's vehicles require those routine oil changes to make sure you get maximum performance. That's why I need you to get into your local Meineke, because you can trust Meineke to keep your vehicle safe on the road. And now that we head into the cold weather, you want to make sure you are constantly doing the right things to make sure your car is driving right. A full synthetic oil change is only $59.95 at your local Meineke, and it comes with a free tire rotation. A semi-synthetic oil change, just $29.95. Rely on Meineke for maintenance and brake service and tires and all those kind of things. And if your brakes are bad, this is not the time of year to be dealing with the wet leaves on the road. Receive 50% off brake pads and shoes. So sign up for Meineke Rewards, and you can receive free towing also. You get the best customer service, commitment, and value, and they're independently owned and operated, so they're part of your community. Meineke's also hiring right now. Go to Meineke.com/careers for more details, or call your local Meineke Center today. Do business locally at your local Meineke. Get the car driving right before the heavy winter months are coming our way next.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Thank God this is radio, or you'd have to be looking at my face.
I'm too sexy for my shirt.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Thanks so much for making the John Kincade Show part of your routine. 8 a.m. hour sponsored by Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers. Visit paworkinjury.com. Check it on out. Hello, Bob. Hello, Jamie. Hello, Pat.
Hi, John.
Oh, good. I got a hello.
I got you, buddy.
Okay, I'm glad. You got a hello.
Yeah.
Jamie, you say hello when someone says hello to you?
Hello.
Just checking. Just checking.
What up? What is it? Where is this coming from?
Do you say when you say hello to somebody?
He got Chip Kelly'd.
Does somebody say hello to you back? Exactly. Do someone say hello to you back? I'm just asking. Is that common practice? Hello.
Somebody must have hurt you.
Look at Pat. No, it's just common decency.
No, if someone says
come in
hello.
here and give him a hug,
Depends on
please.
who it is.
You say hello.
Like if Bob says hello to me, my response is
Kiss my ass.
It's part of it.
But if Joe Bell says hello to me,
You're saying
I'm dapping him up. And I'm asking about his day.
When does he need his dry cleaning picked up?
Yeah, I mean, look, the people that pay you, they get the happy hello.
They get the happy hello.
Jagaloons like you guys, you're lucky.
You're not one for a happy hello.
You're not. No.
On average, I would
Pat's
say.
better at like around 7:15. Pat really surfaces into being a human.
I've said this before. I really hit my stride at 9:45.
Because he's human at 7:15. He's not human
Yeah.
at 5:15.
You guys
No,
make me out to be
he's-
like this horrible person when I come in. Like I say hi to you guys when I
No,
come
you
in.
do. You come into the meeting and you
Yeah,
say,
but
"Hey
you're
guys,"
miserable.
and you say it in a nice way.
You're miserable at 5:30 in the
But
morning.
yeah, you're not awake.
You got
for
Bob
another
face.
hour.
During, like,
You got
I-
resting Bob face.
Well, I'd rather have resting Bob face at 5:15 in the morning than resting Bob face at 10:30 in the afternoon.
fair point. That's a fair point. At least it's expected
Now,
early.
some people are morning people. Some people are night owls. And then there maybe Bob gets a sag in the middle of the day.
The
Maybe it's
midday
around
witching hours.
like a
for Bob.
midday witching hour.
No, it's just like I'm open and honest with you guys. I'm not passive aggressive. I don't not tell you what I feel. I've heard enough of you guys. From 5 to 10, that's all I need to hear. So to do
It's
it for
time for
another
you to
hour,
shut the
that's exactly what's in my mind every day at 10 o'clock.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's time
There
to
we go. Oh, man. Hey, these are the kind of games that can really help or permanently damage the stock of the Eagles' Jalen Hurts. He comes up against the Chargers and their young phenom quarterback, Justin Herbert, who everybody is raving about, even though he's had bumps in the road. It's the perfect time for Jalen Hurts at home to put up a performance that gets tongues wagging. Remember the excitement after the Saints' victory last year? I was listening to you guys do the show the day after. I heard what you guys had to say. You guys were giddy the day after the Saints game. Hurts needs that kind of game to change the narrative. As the Russell Wilson chatter heats up and the Eagles start to become one of those teams that, wow, will Russell Wilson be an Eagle? Only one guy can stop the chatter, and that's Hurts. If Justin Herbert shows out and Hurts crumbles, the flag may be thrown by another one of us on Monday, and I point the finger directly at me. This is one of those weeks. Step up, Jalen. You got so many people rooting for you. Step up. This is a weekend, and this is a defense you can do it against.
Yeah, game management isn't going to cut it this week, I don't believe.
It's got to be one notch above that.
Yeah, there has to be, if the game plan is what many of us anticipate it to be, where the run is setting up the pass, when that pass is set up, he needs to hit it. He needs to, when it's there, he's got to be good at it. He's got to be able to stay in a pocket. We need to see stuff that justifies him being a starting quarterback in this league. And it's got to start soon because you're 9 games into the season now, starting Sunday. He's got to start showing it soon. And this is a good, like I said before, this is my week of judgment. I really feel this is going to be a good week of judgment. Home game against a team coming in here that, okay, well, you can label them a good team. Chargers were expected to be a good team against a good quarterback. This is a true test. I like the test this weekend, and I think we're going to learn a little bit this weekend.
Yeah, I mean, Herbert is, coming off of 2 games he probably would want to redo. So, he's looking to get right. Keenan Allen always scares me. He's one of him and Tyler Lockett might be the 2 most underrated wide receivers in the league. Like, they're just not talked about as often for being.
Keenan Allen is so good.
He's so good, but he's so kind of just below the radar with elite wide receivers.
Yeah.
It's bizarre to me. So that scares me a little bit, but he's certainly not unbeatable. And just like all young quarterbacks, if you get in their face and punch them a little bit, it changes the entire course of the game. For me, I do think you need that Hurts. He's going to have to make some throws. There's no doubt about it. But to me, this comes. I'm looking at the defensive line for the best chance to win. I need to make Herbert dance a little bit on Sunday. If he's stationary and has all day to pick you apart, I'm afraid he's going to do just that. Because T.J. Edwards and Davion Taylor, while they looked good against Detroit, this is a different animal. And we've seen the linebacking core get exposed so far this year.
You want to get in with a 610-632-0975 if you'd like to join in the discussion. Pat, where are you falling this?
Unfortunately, I just think that they showed you what they think of Jalen Hurts last week. The coaching staff finally realized he's just a game manager. And while they were reluctant to go to the run game, they kind of had to. Now, granted, it worked, and they were up, so they didn't have to throw to get back in the game. But I think that's what they think of him. They didn't pick this guy. They probably don't even want him. He's the best of what they have. So, unfortunately, I don't think it's a situation of he has a great game and he goes out there and reestablishes anything. I think the coaching staff has kind of made their mind up, just like Jamie with Jalen Hurts and me with this coaching staff. It's done.
So you believe that the coaching staff already knows?
Yeah. I mean, we've talked about how open Devontae Smith is. Now, I'm not sitting there breaking down the all-22. But I believe everyone that's saying he's open, I don't think you're lying when these people do watch the tape. That must be frustrating for a coaching staff to see your 10th overall pick Heisman Trophy winner constantly open and your quarterback can't get to him. The times your quarterback does drop back to throw deep, he is constantly underthrowing guys to the point where they have to come back. It's got to be infuriating.
Whether they have their answers or not is also on them. I don't know. It's funny, when you said that to Pat, does the coaching staff have their answer on Jalen Hurts? The first thought that came to my mind was, who the hell are they to have an answer? They don't have an answer on themselves. We don't have an answer on them. So who are they to have an answer on Jalen Hurts? Now, it is, and we talked about this before, it is eye-opening that when the offense is going well, they're hiding their quarterback as much as they can. Run the ball, screen passes, misdirection handoffs. It's almost everything not to make him the focal point of the offense to get it going well, right?
Yes, that's the truth.
I want to see this offense going well at a point that Jalen Hurts has a big hand in it.
And again, one quarterback isn't on the field against the other quarterback. But the comparisons are going to be between these two guys who are in the same draft and what they've become. And if he has a strong game on Sunday, the schedule does get easier, and it could change the narrative on him. At least completely. To say, do you wait? Because the quarterback class is not that great.
No. One thing I'm concerned about is there's a Bosa on this team, and they're pretty good. And he's shown.
Who is that family? They're very.
Were they breastfeeding with HGH?
They're prolific.
He's good and quick, and he's going to be, giving Lane Johnson all he can handle. My fear is that he's shown propensity to leave that pocket very early, and if he sees Bosa, frothing at the mouth and putting Lane in a spin cycle, I fear he's not going to hang in the pocket much on Sunday, and that worries me.
Hey, see what's on tap at your local PJs this weekend. Visit pjspub.com or stop in with friends and enjoy their selections. We all love our local PJ Wheelahans. Adulting.
Adulting is what I had yesterday.
I'm going to go in after Mass, and I'm going to say, Billy, I need an adulting.
Yep.
There we go.
Now, you only want to have one because it's like 6.8.
Yeah.
So you don't want to slug them down and, get a little silly there, John.
I had a 9.9er last night.
Wow.
A 9.9er?
Yeah. My cousin dropped off some beers for me.
Okay.
You got a lot of beer yesterday.
You got a lot of beer. I mean, it seems to be a popular.
Shout out Chuck. Coolest boss move ever. Giving me some beer on my birthday.
Some beer for the birthday?
Yeah.
So I know you're a foxhole guy and you put some on ice and you have it for after the show today. So like I do often, we have a little Friday.
So there'd be one afterward?
Yeah.
He's such not a foxhole.
No, he's not
guy.
true.
The guy is drunk, but there he goes.
Most people don't like drinking at 10:15 in the morning.
We've got construction going on in the building. Are you smelling it, or is it just me?
The fart?
It smells like.
It smells like a
it's
fart.
not though. But it's that burned wire smell.
Yeah.
Like something, but it smells like
it does.
It smells like
a
gas.
fart. Yeah.
It smells like gas.
I don't know. Don't look at me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Jamie, you had a thing where Jalen Hurts had a really weird reaction yesterday, and this to me is alarming a bit.
It's weird. At its best, it's weird. Kevin Kincade from Crossing Broad put out the video when I first saw it on Twitter, and I watched it, and it's quick, and we're about to play it for you. But I listened to it, and I just went, what? I don't know if it's Jeff's reputation in that building.
What, you mean that Jeff does his job?
Well, yes, he does, and I'm not putting this on Jeff, but the players in the locker room maybe have feelings about him. I don't know. That's the only thing I could really come up with. Other than that, maybe Jalen's uncomfortable talking about running a different scheme,
let's
and he
hear what he
didn't
said.
nip it in the bud. But here's Jeff McClain asking Jalen Hurts yesterday a pretty simple, basic question.
When you have plays with you under center to get different looks to the defense, what have you noticed? What has that done for the offense these last few weeks?
What has it done for the offense?
Yeah, what has it done for it?
I'm going to ask you.
Oh. No questions for you. I mean, has it helped?
I don't know. I don't know.
The offense?
I really don't know.
What the hell?
Weird.
What is that about? That is a legitimate question.
Yeah.
And it is not a legitimate question that is...
Jeff was great. He goes, I don't
questions
know.
He said questions for you. Questions for you.
Yeah, I don't...
How would you... Bob, you've been in it more than any of us. What the hell was that?
Yeah, something happened. Jeff must have wrote something that either Jalen Hurts disagreed with or the team disagreed with. I meant to look it up yesterday, backtrack and see what Jeff had written recently. There could have been a line in a story that Jalen Hurts didn't agree with.
Get out of your feelings.
Yeah, look, I told you guys it happened with me. I wrote something a player disagreed with. He sent an assistant coach to take me out to talk to me about it. So,
that's incredible.
Why would Sonny Weems do that?
Yeah, exactly.
That is unbelievable to me. That question's legit.
It's a legit question.
Legit.
That's a response to something else. That has nothing to do with that question. There must have been some past,
but
something happened.
I will tell you this: the Eagles press corps, I love them.
Yeah,
and mainly because of the fact that the vast majority of my media career, I spent in a market where there wasn't 3-4 guys looking to ask the difficult questions and to do it because they were afraid of access. They were afraid of getting access. What Jeff McClain does. When we get Zach Berman every single week with us and so many others that cover the Eagles, they do a damn good job. And I don't see anything wrong with that question.
No, nothing at all.
That's so thin-skinned. What is it?
It seemed uncharacteristic of Jalen Hurts to me.
Yeah.
And that kind of made me go, huh?
No, you see what it did?
Is he struggling that much where he's taking it out in his press conferences now?
Here's what I took it from. It reminded me of that is a move that Saban would use on a media member at a press conference. He was under the tutelage of Nick Saban. One of the greatest at, I'm not answering what you want me to answer. I'm not being led down a path you want to lead me down. And he was treated by him. Here's the problem, Jalen, if you're listening. And by the way, we're all rooting for you to succeed.
Absolutely.
You're not Nick Saban. You haven't had Nick Saban's success. Nick Saban can do that because he can say, he would hold the Coca-Cola bottle. If he felt you asked a dumb question, I don't know if you've ever seen the video of it. He would ask, and it would come up like 2 or 3 times a year. Ask the Coke bottle. Because that's a dumb question. He won't answer what-if questions. He won't answer a philosophical question. And I guess somebody in the press corps didn't know it. And Nick goes, you know what my policy, ask the Coke bottle. Ask them that question. Because Jalen that's very defensive. And more importantly, Jalen, you haven't accomplished anything yet to have that kind of attitude about a legitimate question.
Yeah, I think
we're all
something
rooting for you to succeed.
Something's going to come out. Jeff is on with Anthony. Is he on Fridays? I forget what day he's on with Anthony.
I think Zach's on today.
Okay. There's a reason for it. It could be. It really could be a line in a story. It could have been a line. It can
be that simple, really?
Oh, absolutely.
That's so bad.
I told you it happened to me, and it's happened to me more than once. To a point where a player will come up and say, "Why'd you say that?" or "What did you mean by that?" or
and
whatever.
You didn't take offense to that, did you? When someone came up
I
to
didn't
you
take
and said,
offense
"Why'd
of
you
it
say
because
that?"
I was honest in my writing. I wrote what I think I saw, and And that's the way Jeff goes about his business also. Does he go at topics that players and coaches might not like?
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's his job.
That's his job.
Well,
Exactly.
I wonder if he viewed it as Jeff is trying to walk me down the path of talking about the scheme being a problem. You know what I mean?
Well, no, that could very well be,
he
right?
might have seen where Jeff was. Not that Jeff was leading him. I don't think Jeff was. But he might have viewed it as, oh, well, if I say, yes, it helps the offense, then that's not going to look good to the coaches, and maybe I'm just trying to avoid.
See,
it was weird.
I think he was led down the path, in my mind, when I heard it, was he's trying to say that they had to simplify the offense and give me less control of it.
Perhaps.
Because he's being critical of me.
Or he knows how much he's actually struggling. Look, we see some clips online, and we're not going to pretend we're football coaches in the room. But he might know he's struggling more than maybe people do, and he's kind of got his guard up. Could be a combination of a lot of things, but it was just strange to me.
It was strange. You're right. Yeah. No, good pickup.
So where is the running game going, Bob, Sunday? If we're looking at this, looking at the Eagles going into this matchup, and Kenneth Gainwell, if he's in the doghouse, when was Jonathan Gannon put in the doghouse? When was Nick Sirianni put in the doghouse?
Good point.
Because, I mean, these guys did far more damage to this club's chance to win than Kenneth Gainwell ever did.
Well, here's the funny thing about it, and the reason I bring up, like, what is this running game is kind of what I'm asking, because I think you have a good offensive line. I think you have good schemes to run the ball. I love the misdirection that you ran the other day when it seemed you found some inadequacies by the Lions on their outside run-stopping ability. I like what you did there, but who are you running with?
Yeah.
I mean, Miles Sanders is hurt, and there's been talk that maybe they're not happy with him. You benched Kenneth Gainwell pretty much because of a fumble 2 games prior, and then let him get some carries in a lopsided game after that. You took Jordan Howard off the practice squad. You didn't hand the ball off to Boston Scott the first 7 games of the season. Now all of a sudden he's your tailback of the
team
future.
MVP.
Where is this running game going is my question. Is it Miles Sanders to lose? Is Kenneth Gainwell your future? Is it neither one of them, and you're really comfortable with Jordan Howard, who is only 26 years old, but for some reason you didn't have him off the practice squad? I'm just really anxious. I think they do have the ability to have a good running game, but who's it going to be with?
I think Gainwell's the back of the next 3 years. It wouldn't shock me if they tried to trade Sanders in the offseason at all. Obviously can't do it now, but I think the Eagles are lockstep with not paying running backs big money.
Which, by the way, I fully endorse.
Me too. If I'm the GM of the Eagles, I'm drafting a running back every 2 years with like a 2nd, 3rd, or 4th round pick. I'm never spending a first on one. Second's as high as I would go. I think they're just going to burn them and churn them, basically. So I think it is going to be Gainwell for the next 2 years, and you just kind of can supplement it. I mean, look at Jordan Howard. He's a guy off of practice squad. He's been successful in this league, but those guys are out there. Like, look at the Ravens' run game this year. They lost all 3 running backs and just kind of plugged it no problem. It's the easiest position to replace. And if my son was like a 5-star recruit and was a running back and had a chance in playing on Sundays, I'd be like, son, let's get you playing wide receiver.
Yeah, I
really,
like
they've
devalued the position so strongly in the NFL. It's kind of amazing.
It really is. But the thing with Gainwell is, and I hear you, and before last week I would have said, if they're going to move on from Miles Sanders, then yeah, I guess he is your running back of the future. But you bench him after 1 fumble?
Maybe you think he's
and
impressionable.
He's the guy of the...
I don't know.
I don't know that breeds of confidence.
Well, I mean,
It's
he's
like
a rookie. You have to expect a fumble.
When Coach, rolls up the newspaper and smacks one of us on the nose, he doesn't always get the best reaction. Pat, you don't like it when Coach does the little, smacks you on the nose like the dog that...
No, but then he pats my head and tells me...
And then he rubs your butt.
Good boy. Mean it.
You feel better, see?
Yeah,
treat.
I don't
he rubs his butt.
Coach, come on.
No. He can't reach down that far. He's got a bad back.
Why does he have a bad back?
Why is he rubbing his butt?
Because he's carrying this show.
Carrying Pat for like 220
he's carrying
shows.
dead weight.
No, nobody likes it, though. I'm always interested in the psychology of how a team approaches players.
Yeah.
we have to be careful with this guy. We got to be careful with him. Let's be really careful. And that pisses me off, honestly.
It might become the best part of this football team before the year's over, the running game.
It might,
And you might not know who your future running back is even though that could be the case.
I think we'll have an answer.
Yeah, I hope so.
I think they were just I think it was just a fumble. Hey, you need to learn from this. All right, we'll get you back in there now, kid.
I never understand you got to learn from this, so now we're going to punitively damage you.
I don't think it damages him. He's fine.
No, but you're being punitive about it.
Yeah, but
he made a mistake.
It was a half of football.
And he is dropping, though. He does have the drops, which is a bit of a...
Well, he was a fourth-round pick, you know.
So are we going to see... Am I going to see... Now, if that's how they're going to handle Kenneth Gainwell, if we start another game where Devontae Smith drops a routine ball for the third consecutive week right into his breadbasket, do they take him off the field and go, we need to teach you a lesson. You need to learn?
No.
Why?
Because he's Devontae Smith.
That's such crap. It is. It's such crap.
Well, I mean, who are you going to play in his place?
No, but I'm just saying to you, that's a crappy response, though. Yeah, we're not going to do that to Devontae. He gets to drop it willy-nilly. Like
he's got a Heisman Trophy in his locker.
You know, there's a lot of Heisman Trophy winners that never do a thing in the NFL.
Yeah, they're mostly quarterbacks.
Never materialize. There's a lot more to be done.
He'll be all right.
No.
Tim Brown turned out okay. He won a Heisman.
What about Eric Crouch, huh? How'd he turn out?
Oh, wow. Boom. That's on you, Jamie. Owned.
Well, he just got you on that one. He did get you on
40th
that one.
birthday notwithstanding, you got owned.
Like I said, quarterbacks.
Boom. He got you.
He was drafted to be a wide receiver, you
He was
jackass.
drafted as a wide receiver.
You don't even know sports.
That was the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
You don't even know sports.
Wait a minute. You've been on this show this long, and that's the dumbest thing you've ever heard?
Yeah, seriously.
That's really
No,
bad.
Pat once said Travis Fulgham would have 1,000 yards.
Yeah,
And that's why you can't
round back to that.
Devontae Smith, because they let Travis Fulgham go. You don't have him anymore.
All right, coming up, I would say that there might be a health wall that is being hit for this star. Plus, Joel Embiid, we have a study. It's the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic.
Hello, smart sports bettors. This is a tool every sports bettor should want in their bag, and it's PropSwap. It's where you can find the best odds in the country for futures, props, and parlays. This is Jamie Lynch for PropSwap, where America buys and sells their sports bets. Sellers across America list their sports bets for sale on PropSwap, and thousands of buyers visit PropSwap every day to find the best odds in the country. I had somebody the other day send me a DM. Hey, Jamie, I'm thinking about prop swapping, so I should just make 2 tickets of whatever ticket I'm doing, sell the other one? Yep, it's that easy. A lot of states don't have access to legalized betting, but they do have access to prop swap. And you'll find the best odds on the free PropSwap app. You think you know who's going to win the MVP or the title? The average prop swapper can make $500 a month just buying and selling sports bets on PropSwap. And last year, 2 different prop swappers made over $100,000 from buying and selling sports bets. So join in on the fun today. Download the free PropSwap app and PropSwap your sports bets. Go to PropSwap.com. PropSwap, where America buys and sells sports bets.
The John Kincade Show.
This is not radio fantasy camp. We're on the air here.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Hey, it's John Kincade. Once again this year, 97.5 The Fanatic is thrilled to be the flagship radio station and official home of both the Philadelphia 76ers.
He rams it in. He windmills a slam. This game is over.
And the Philadelphia Flyers.
He scores! The power play goal by Claude Giroux.
Stay with us all season long for exciting basketball and hockey action right here on The Fanatic. Thanks for listening, and let's go Sixers and Flyers.
97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
You're doing more online than ever before, so shouldn't your internet do more too? That's why you can't rely on just any connection. With Xfinity, you get more than just speed. You get reliable in-home Wi-Fi coverage from the basement to the attic and a more secure Wi-Fi network. You can even save on your internet bill because Xfinity is proud to partner with the Emergency Broadband Benefit Program. That means for a limited time, you could qualify for free internet service. So switch to Xfinity today for speed, savings, and much more. Get started with Xfinity Internet for only $29.99 a month for 2 years with a 1-year agreement, and ask how you can get 2x the speed for the same price. Plus, see how you could qualify for free internet service through the Federal Internet Benefit. Go to Xfinity.com/EBB deals. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and auto pay. Ends 11/21/21. Restrictions apply. New Performance Pro 200 megabits internet customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra and subject to change. After term, regular rates apply.
5G is here, but the big carriers want you to sign a pricey long-term contract to get in on the action. Well, no more.
because Straight Talk Wireless has rolled out 5G coverage nationwide, with plans starting at just $35 a month with no contract. And get a Samsung Galaxy A32 5G for only $299, all on America's best networks. 5G coverage, 5G phones, less money. Straight Talk Wireless, no contract, no compromise. 5G capable device required, actual availability, coverage, and speed may vary.
Introducing the next generation of compact digital manifolds from Testo. Best-in-class Bluetooth range and wireless clamps. Easy to use, fast, accurate results. Large graphics, all in one compact, rugged package. Testo digital manifolds are field-ready, fully smart, and fully wireless, just like the top HVAC technicians who use them. For a digital manifold that won't test your patience, visit Testo.com to find a local distributor near you or order online at Testo.com. Testo.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fansville, a college football utopia. Fansville. Where the lakes are stocked with ice-cold Dr. Pepper, and the autumn winds rustle with the sweet smell of football glory. And Dr. Pepper. It's a land flowing with onion dip, where even the food pyramid is shaped like a hot dog. Football. Where every yard gained is a yard worth celebrating, and every celebration is beyond excessive. With ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Return to glory this season with Fansville by Dr. Pepper. Grab some today.
Life is already full of surprises, but your tuition shouldn't be one of them. While education costs rise in the U.S. every year, University of Phoenix is committed to protecting you from rising tuition costs with our tuition guarantee. We lock in your tuition so you can count on fixed, affordable tuition from the moment you enroll to the day you graduate from your program. Learn more at phoenix.edu.
Philadelphia's hometown sportsbook. Bet Rivers is the official sports betting partner of the Philadelphia Flyers. All season long, make your hockey bets with a trusted local team at Bet Rivers Sportsbook. Get started today with a special offer. Use the code 250MATCH to get up to $250 in bonus money on your first deposit. Whether you watch the Flyers game at home or at the Bet Rivers Sportsbook at Rivers Casino Philadelphia, bet with a winner at BetRivers.com. Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Life is already full of surprises, but your tuition shouldn't be one of them. While education costs rise in the U.S. every year, University of Phoenix is committed to protecting you from rising tuition costs with our tuition guarantee. We lock in your tuition so you can count on fixed, affordable tuition from the moment you enroll to the day you graduate from your program. Learn more at phoenix.edu.
Fall football is here, and you know what that means. Hot wings, cold beer, and big games. But don't overthink it. Wings, beer, and football are all better with Hooters. And with dine-in, to-go, curbside, and delivery options available, Hooters brings the flavor and fun to football season, wherever you're watching. And Hooters makes it easy. Simply visit northeasthooters.com to find a location nearest you. This season, watch football, eat wings, and drink beer with Hooters. It's all you need.
Meet Brian Bridges. He's the owner of a tattoo shop in Philadelphia. Although Brian is used to getting email requests for tattoos, he was surprised when he saw one from a well-known celebrity in Los Angeles. So he turned to his American Express Business Platinum Card, which lets him earn 5 times membership rewards points on flights and prepaid hotels booked through AmexTravel.com. Talk about the sweet life. Built for business by American Express. This story features a fictional character from a fictional business. Terms apply. Learn more at AmericanExpress.com/business platinum. Don't do business without it.
Looking for a checking account that's built for you? Whether you love earning cash back or don't want fees or a minimum balance requirement, Citadel Credit Union has you covered. Plus, get a $300 bonus. Easily deposit checks right from your phone. Receive instant account alerts to stay updated. And simply tap and go with your contactless debit card. For a limited time, get $300 when you open a new checking account at citadelbanking.com/radio. Citadel Credit Union. Building strength together. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hurt on the job? You need someone who will fight for you, stand up to the insurance companies, and knows the laws in Pennsylvania. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers, wrote the book on workers' compensation in Pennsylvania, and they will fight for you. Visit PAWorkinjury.com now. When you're hurt at work, turn to a team you can trust. With offices in Center City, Bristol, Malvern, Allentown, Reading, Sunbury, and Harrisburg. We are ready to get you the justice you deserve. Call or click today. Martin Law, the law firm for injured workers.
When a coworker yesterday texted me that they like Detroit, I hopped on the betting app and decided to take the pissed. It didn't work out for me, okay? But BetMGM was there to take my bet, and they feel bad, so they want to give me a shot at a $50,000 payday. They want to give everybody a shot, actually. It's the King of the Weekend promotion, and here's the best part. It is completely free to play. So here's what you do. You hop on to BetMGM.com or the BetMGM app. You register if you haven't done so already, but if you have, you're open to this too. You go to the promotions tab and you type the King of the Weekend. And then all you have to do is correctly pick the highest scoring pro football teams during the weekend. That's it. They give you 6 games and you just put whoever you think is going to score the most points on selected games. $1,000 will go to the top entry each week, and if he gets all 6 right, grand prize of $50K could be yours. Plus, there's hundreds in free bets that will be awarded to players who come close to the perfect score. There's no reason not to play this game because it's free. You got nothing to lose. If you're new to BetMGM, download the app and make weekend football even better. Only at BetMGM. New customer offer. Paid in free bets. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. Must be 21 years or older. Pennsylvania only. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, help is available. Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Partnership with Hollywood Casino Morgantown.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
It's spelled Kincade. Kincade. Just so you know when you're writing your complaint emails.
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia.
John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. It's a Football Friday on The Fanatic, and it's brought to you by Pump Man Philly. Pump! You need a water pump expert for your facility? Contact Pump Man Philly, the guys to know to fix your flow. And they really they love you guys. Pump Man loves you.
I love Pump Man.
Love the Pump Man.
I do not love the Pump Man.
By the way, I've never had a house with a sump pump. And then last week when the power went out and that storm was raging on Friday night, of course, as I'm watching Halloween, I have to go downstairs and I'm wondering, is there water in the house? Like, I've never lived in a house that had, our house had a cellar. And we never had a sump pump.
Is there a difference between a cellar and a basement?
Yeah.
Is the cellar just not finished?
Cellar is, there is a difference. There's something like like our cellar had windows that were up like just near the roof line of the room.
All right, here it is. A basement is the floor of a building, which is partially or entirely below ground level.
Okay.
A cellar is a room below ground level in a house that is often used for storing wine or coal.
Our cellar was creepy. We always called it the cellar. It was creepy.
Cellars are, yeah, they're a little creepy.
I didn't like it.
Home Alone, that was a cellar.
And it didn't have those finished walls either.
Yeah. Just the studs.
And rickety stairs. No, it didn't have studs either. It had like that stuff that would like flake off because there was water behind the wall, I guess, and would flake off. Hope they got that fixed. Is LeBron James hitting a health wall? You know, the one that Tom Brady has avoided? LeBron now out again. Injury. I mean, and I don't want to say injury, but injury. He's got a strain. To me, it doesn't sound like a quick recovery. They're not even putting a timetable on his return. Tom Brady has cheated father time. At some point, LeBron James, it's going to catch up with him, right? Because you can look like Adonis.
I think it has.
You can look like Adonis, and then your body just breaks down at some point.
Sure.
And LeBron is a beast. He'll play a little nicked up. He's not sitting out if he's got something minor going on. So it's got to be pretty major if he's got a strain and he's sitting out.
You can look good. You can want your body to do things. And when it doesn't respond to the way you want it to, that's when things start to get bad. Is that happening with LeBron? I don't know. The great players learn that when they're older and their bodies can't do certain things, they learn how to do the other things really well. You know what I mean? Like Ray Allen. Ray Allen was a great player when he came into the league where he could beat anybody, anyway, anytime, not just shooting. As his body got older, he became a standstill shooter. You know, you see stuff like that. LeBron's game is built on physicality, the running, the jumping, all of that. At some point, and it might be very soon, John, he's going to have to become more of a finesse player.
I think there has been a little change in his game over the last 2 seasons or so when he's healthy. I think he shoots more jump shots than he's been shooting ever in his career. He's become a pretty good shooter. considering where he was when he came in the league. Imagine
Sure.
that. Imagine that. You can improve.
Really working at one part of your game you're deficient at.
But he had, 12 years of 82 games a year.
Never wanting to miss an action.
Probably led the top 10 in minutes played per game. I mean, it's just kind of inevitable he was eventually going to hit some kind of wall. I think he has.
I got such respect for his work ethic.
Yeah, it's unbelievable what he did. I think the hot take, not to bring it, I think he's the greatest of all time.
I don't know, but I
do. When you make the finals for a decade straight with 3 different organizations,
and a couple times
that's
he
absurd.
drugged, and the first Cleveland team he took to the finals, I still don't know how the hell he ever.
Yeah, right.
That was a terrible team because I think Iverson took a terrible team to the finals.
Yeah, he did. I mean, average. Maybe not terrible.
Yeah, I mean,
that year. I mean, they had the defensive player of the year,
six man of the year. I mean,
they were banged up.
It wasn't a great roster, but it was average.
Tyrone Hill.
But
Jermaine Jones.
I just look at it and say, to me, it's
catching up with him.
I sort of hope it. I was hoping for a little bit more. I enjoy watching. He's must see to me.
Yo, yeah, no question.
He's Tiger Woods for me in golf, and Tiger made me a huge golf fan. I was a golf fan marginally. Tiger made me a huge golf fan. LeBron James is just, when I had the dish and just have the ticket to be able to watch any game, I would find myself just wandering to see LeBron.
Yeah, my favorite LeBron story was when he was with Miami. I don't think it was the playoffs when the Sixers were playing him. I think it was during the regular season, and Ray Allen was out shooting at probably 3:45 for a 7:00 game. And I was just walking down, shaking my head, saying, I forget who I was with. I don't know if it was somebody with Miami or not. I said, I can't believe after all these years this guy still does this. And he said, well, you know the story now. He's not alone. I said, what are you talking about? They got on the first bus one time, and LeBron said, where's Ray Allen? Why isn't Ray here? Does he take a later bus? And they're like, no, he always gets to the arena an hour earlier than the first bus. He says, I want that. That's what LeBron says.
There you go.
He created the team to make a new bus for him and Ray Allen to get there even an hour before the first bus.
Hey, what's it that makes you uniquely you? DuckDuckGo doesn't think that's any of their business. Frankly, it shouldn't be the business of any tech company. Protect your privacy online for free with DuckDuckGo. I listened to my own advice, and I did this yesterday. Check out DuckDuckGo. Keep them the hell out of your business. In Cooney's Corner, he's doubling down.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
I got a lot of putback yesterday. My friends coming my way about my Joel Embiid stat from the other night.
The ones drinking manly beers or the ones drinking foo-foo beer?
Yeah, they're all manly.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
So I'll make sure.
Yeah. And the thought was, seriously, the last 13 touches of the game, he averaged 21 to 22 feet away from the basket. That's what happened on Wednesday night. Last night, he was crap. And I am not a Joel Embiid hater. You guys all know how much I love his game, how much, I say that as great as his game is, I wish it would improve in the power part of it. Last night was a prime example, and he didn't show up to play last night. And it led me, I was so frustrated watching it that it led me to text John saying, this team is better tonight without him on the floor. That should never be said about a star player. Never. You can say, oh, he's having a bad night. That's fine. But when it's blatantly clear that the team is better without you on the floor, that is damning. And look, I'm not throwing up a flag saying, oh, he's bad, something's up. But something's up. 2 nights in a row, he really caught my eye, and not in a good way. And so far this season, it seems like he's easing into it, which might be all right if you want him around for, 65 games, easing into a season. Okay, but John, you just brought up a name in the segment before this, and that's LeBron James. And I kid you not, I saw the Sixers go through 2 playoff series with him. I don't know how many games I've been that LeBron's played in, and I'll even include All-Star games. I have never seen that guy show up not ready to play. Joel Embiid wasn't ready to play last night.
No, he was not.
And the fact that I am saying, and I believe it, and maybe listeners out there do too, they were a better team with Andre Drummond at center last night. And that is so damning and so something I don't want to say about this man.
Yeah, that's never good. Something's up with him. I know he mentioned after the game the other night the new ball, and he's getting used to it too, but it can't be just that. I mean, his jump shot looks fine. He's either out of shape or injured, in my opinion. And
could it be both?
Well, I think
he doesn't look in shape.
Well, when he's injured, I think he plays a out-of-shape style of game. I don't know if he's in shape or out of shape. I think he's injured, and when he's injured, he plays lackadaisical.
When he puts his hands on his knees,
he had a layup
to
attempt.
catch his breath.
Yeah.
I mean, often.
Well, he might not be able to do as much conditioning because he's hurt. He had a layup attempt with 4:50 remaining the other night versus Chicago. And Vucevic kind of put his arms in, but it was a play that he should have just double-handed slammed. And he did another awkward, kind of weird-looking fall.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's once a game with this guy where I'm terrified he's going to grab his knee. He's always working at it, and something's up.
It's so frustrating to watch because every time I watch this team now, and he's struggling, and as Jamie said, he goes down awkwardly, he's touching his knee. I'm screaming at the TV, why the hell didn't you get the surgery? And the fact that we haven't gotten an answer on that, and we're sitting here in November, and there's no media member who's asked, we haven't, it made no sense. The fact that we sat there in August and we said, hold the phone, why haven't we heard an update on this? It's absurd, and I truly believe that it's going to get to the point where this is going to linger, and then January is going to hit, and we're going to hear he's having the surgery.
I'm getting asked, too, by one of our listeners. Andrew asks, is the Sixers media crew been told they already know the answer, or they've been told it once, don't ask? So they don't ask it.
Doubt
they may have been told that we're not answering questions on Joel's
So they get told
maybe.
that. He's saying, could that be the reason?
That would be a red flag of red flags.
But he goes, you guys keep asking the same exact question over and over again. Could the media members have been asked? Been told, excuse me.
Well, Bob would know best.
Do not ask us anything about that. We will not be answering those questions. I would think if that was the case, they would have shared it with us.
I would have said, why can't we ask questions? What's going on? And if their response was, because we're not talking about it, then I would have written the Sixers
and then you write a story about that.
They're not talking about the knee.
But again, it's to your point about, an injury isn't somebody's fault.
I know. Believe me, I know. I don't understand this ownership group putting down the mandate of we do not talk about injuries. Why? It's part of sports.
Yeah.
It's as big a part of sports as anything.
I think were tired of getting roasted.
Well, it was their own doing to get roasted.
And part of this is probably they've made me a skeptical person when it comes to anything with injuries. So might the scan be clean like they said? Yeah, it could be. My gut says be skeptical.
Pat's skeptical. Well, always.
This guy...
You're always skeptical.
This guy missed his second year of professional basketball because they allowed him to do a windmill dunk during pregame for a social media post that re-broke his foot. So, yeah, we have a reason to be skeptical, but I think this is shaping up to the exact same situation we saw with Deshaun Jackson, where it was, why aren't you getting the surgery? Why aren't you getting the surgery? Why is
and then it happens.
And then all of a sudden it finally happens, but it's too late at that point.
And the other thing is, injury, non-injury, whatever it may be, when you're on the floor, you play. You play hard. He took last night off. And it goes back to, and I've told this story before, during the process, 10-win Sixer team sucked, going down to San Antonio and watching Tim Duncan up 25 points on the Sixers, block a shot at one end, sprint down the other end, get the ball, hit a turnaround 5-foot bank shot. Sixers call time. Pop pulls him out of the game. He runs to the bench, sits down. I go to him after the game. I'm like, what was that? Was that like a joke or something? He goes, no, I knew I only had 20-plus minutes to put in my work. And that's my work. That's how I play. Joel Embiid needs to have that every second he's on the court.
Little urgency. Hey, UPS is hiring warehouse workers near you, starting at up to $24 an hour after bonuses. Apply at upsjobs.com/shift. Make the shift. Make a difference. I saw on the 4 o'clock news yesterday afternoon a story where they're just begging people to come and take $18 an hour jobs, $19 an hour jobs.
Yeah.
They're begging you. Holiday season. Order early. Order early seemed to be the message. Get those orders in because deliveries are going to be messed up. Time for a reach around.
Take your pants off.
Let's do a reach around of the NFC East.
What?
Yeah. Let's reach around the NFC.
Keep it in your pants. Wow.
This reach around is brought to you by PropSwap. Everyday prop swappers are finding the best odds in the country because they're buying directly from people like us, fellow sports bettors. Go to PropSwap.com and download the free PropSwap app. The Washington football team is on bye this weekend.
They're a 3-point underdog.
Yeah, that's good news for them because they have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers next week, and they're going to have their hands full with that one.
Yep.
The bottom of the NFC East can continue to bottom out here. Let's move on to the other bottom feeder, and that's the New York Giants. The Las Vegas Raiders are traveling to New York this weekend. The Raiders are a 3.5-point favorite. I guess maybe... The Raiders have had off-field drama the last 3 weeks that most clubs don't experience in a decade.
It's amazing.
It's kind of wild. The Henry Ruggs story, I mean, that's got to be a huge distraction to them. I mean, I'm sure a lot of those guys considered him a friend.
Oh, no, yes.
And to watch a friend commit that, that's hard
Atrocity.
to bounce. Atrocity. Yeah, I mean, just devastation. It's
terrible.
It's horrible. So, they've got plenty of distractions on their end. The Giants continue to have their own distractions. After last week's Monday Night Football loss, Joe Judge was complaining about the headsets in the league and that they're not having clear communication. They applied for it to be reviewed again. He said he's been working with the league for 2 to 3 weeks now on it, but he felt being on the road on Monday night, there was another headset malfunction. Sure looks to me like they're looking for some answers of why they suck.
Could be. They didn't suck on Monday night, though.
No, they didn't. They hung in there.
I think
but ultimately, they suck.
They're coming off a big home win and then a tough road loss at Kansas City.
They were due to get Saquon Barkley back this weekend, but he is still in COVID protocol. He is vaccinated, so there's a slight slimmer of hope he could. I think he would have to test negative today and tomorrow to play on Sunday. I'm not sure if Saturday and Sunday gets it done.
Okay.
But don't quote me on that. That's a possibility. I guess he could play. It looks like he's on track to miss it again. I mean, Michael Strahan was on TV this week saying that the Giants suck. Since their record since that boat picture in the playoffs is the worst in football, and it's not even close.
Yeah.
They've just been a really bad football team lately. And Kadarius Toney also made the news this week that Joe Judge had to answer for. So they're off.
And what did he say about that, by the way?
Basically, he needs to choose his words wiser. He didn't, run the bus over him. He defended him somewhat, but it was like, he has to understand the gravity of his words.
Oh, my gosh.
It was a really just tone-deaf
We young.
tweet.
We young.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, we young.
Dallas. Dak, when asked if he's going to play this weekend or is going to miss this weekend, said no, and no.
Yes.
I've given them the 2 weeks. I feel good. I'm out here making every throw in practice. I've given them the rehab, and I put my time in. I'm ready. So he's going to be back.
Good.
Which is good. They're playing the Broncos. They're 10-point home favorites. Over-under on this one's 49.5. But that's the big news. The Dak is returning to them. I think they handle the Broncos with ease.
I would think so.
Dallas is really good.
They are, and it sucks, but
they're
really good.
They're one of the top teams in the NFC. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
They're going to be donning the red stripe helmet this weekend.
What?
The salute to service on Sunday. It's a homage to I believe the National Medal of Honor.
Really?
Yeah, and they haven't done it in over a decade. So
I was going to say, I don't remember doing it.
Yeah, it's only happened once before, and there's going to be a red stripe on the helmet this weekend.
I never remember seeing that.
I don't either, so now I'm curious what it looks like.
Yeah.
But that's your reach around the NFC East.
I hate Dallas. Everything about it.
All right, buddy Ryan.
But it's not, but it doesn't stop me from saying they're really good and acknowledging.
Oh, yeah, they're
This
really
is
good
the
team.
best Dallas team since the year that
Des caught it.
And they stole it from them.
It is. Dak Prescott's kind of amazed me in his career. I didn't think he was going to... I used to argue with people that Wentz was clearly better, and in hindsight, I look like an idiot.
Yeah, not just in hindsight.
I just look like an idiot.
You look like an idiot normally.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. Thanks for having my back.
By the way, Joe says, I'm listening, and I have to tell you why Hurts answered that way. He doesn't know X's and O's. I played quarterback and I coach quarterbacks. Asking him to explain schemes is where he appears to be a deer in the headlights. His success is based on leaving the pocket and improvising. He doesn't see defenses. He may know wide receiver 1 runs a comeback and wide receiver 2 runs a flat, but he doesn't know where to go to the ball and who to read at this level. He's being camouflaged, and actually I believe Nick Sirianni's doing it very well.
I tend to agree.
So he's actually crediting it that Nick Sirianni's covering for Jalen Hurts.
They say he's a student of the playbook and he was quizzing wide receivers and running backs in training camp. But I don't see that on the field.
No.
Like that play we talked about last week with Devontae Smith running a simple post and he broke wide open. He wasn't even thinking about looking to that side of the field when the safety had come down into the box. To me, that was like a pretty big alarm. Yeah.
I mean, that's a perfect play design.
Yeah.
You had one guy running a deep post. You have Smith coming under.
Yeah.
You read what the linebacker does.
And wherever the linebacker
safety
goes, you throw to the other guy.
And he broke wide open.
Yeah.
Any of us could have made that throw.
I think it was one of the quarterback pundits, whether Orlovsky or somebody else, said that's a throw that every quarterback in the league makes.
Jason says on email, John, for whatever it's worth, I was told by someone who works with athletes and surgeries that repairing Joel's meniscus through surgery may not be the best thing for him. Now, this person...
I've read this as well.
This person never saw Joel.
Apparently, the way it described it was that he had a little hole in it. It was a tear like that, not a complete tear.
It says, based on Joel's history with his knee, he thought Joel would need as much cushioning as possible, and repairing the torn meniscus usually means removing parts of it. So that could be...
you cut it to where the tear goes.
Well, at this point, though, there's diminishing returns. It's diminishing returns.
I mean, I might be completely wrong, but something just is up.
Something's up.
Something smells weird with this one.
Well, something has smelled weird all morning, but it doesn't smell now. So nothing smells now.
Coach is dropping stink bombs.
No, I think they're.
He might be planning something.
Earlier they were doing like major work in the building.
Oh, when I walked in this morning, there was major drilling going on. Yeah,
and that smell of that burnt wire, I think, was what it was. So we will review our predictions on the Eagles and the Chargers right off the top of the hour. We don't make you wait around for it. Hosts, don't do that to your listeners. It's the John Kincade Show here on The Fanatic.
Hey guys, it's Connor Thomas from that very same John Kincade Show, and I want to tell you about something that's awesome this time of year. The weather, not awesome. It sucks outside. It's cold as anything. I was supposed to have poker night Thursday night with my buddies. I didn't even want to get out of my house because of how cold it was. But you don't have to leave your house to play poker these days. So let's deal you in fast, PA, with Blast Poker on World Series of Poker Real Money mobile app by Harris Philadelphia. Put your skills to the test any time of day with these super turbo Texas Hold'em tournaments where you could win your share of up to $300,000. Just download the app or head to WSOP.com and get $50 of free play on deposit using promo code DIAMOND. Terms and conditions apply. Must be 21 or over and in PA to gamble. No one to stop before you start. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
The John Kincade Show.
God, I am so sick of this crap.
Is this the show?
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Want a breakdown of all the latest lines, spreads, and props for all the upcoming games? Check out Draft Lines with Jamie Lynch and Devon Gibbons tonight at 6. Presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the top-rated DraftKings Sportsbook app today and use code FANATIC for a special offer when you sign up. Draft Lines tonight at 6 on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
Have you been lied to? Lied to by Washington politicians and the Wall Street propaganda machine? Hi, this is best-selling author Richard Cohen from right here in South Jersey in the Philadelphia area, and I want to give you a free copy of my new book, Crash Proof Wealth. According to Time magazine, Wall Street's retirement plans and 401ks have failed millions of Americans. After seeing the last market crash over 39%, I said, enough. I've discovered a way to grow money potentially double digits, reduce taxes dramatically, and when the next market crash hits, you lose nothing. Call Reliable Financial now to get a free copy of my book and talk to me personally to discover this little-known strategy to get potential double-digit growth during good years and never lose when the next stock market crash hits. Call 1-800-605-9191 to discover this asset that people like Walt Disney and JCPenney used to grow wealthy. And I'll even cover shipping and handling. No credit card required. Call 1-800-605-9191. That's 1-800-605-9191.
1-800-605-9191. Again, 1-800-605-9191.
There's never been a better time to work at Amazon. They are offering sign-on bonuses up to $3,000 and pay up to $23.50 per hour. Many jobs come with great benefits that start on your first day, and Amazon offers a variety of paths for career growth. They have flexible shifts and schedules, and you can start in as little as 7 days, so you'll be earning extra income just in time for the holidays. Go to Amazon.com/apply to get started today. Amazon is proud to be an equal opportunity employer.
Attention smart sports bettors. It's touchdown time, and PropSwap is where we all find the best odds in the country for futures, props, and parlays. This is Jamie Lynch for PropSwap, where America buys and sells sports bets. Sellers across America list their sports bets for sale on PropSwap, and thousands of buyers visit PropSwap every day. Who's going to win the MVP? Who's going to win the championship? The average PropSwapper makes $500 a month just buying and selling sports bets on PropSwap. Go to PropSwap.com and download the free PropSwap app.
Since being the first to make wiper blades over a century ago, Trico has protected drivers in any weather. We're always looking ahead, studying your specific driving conditions so you'll be ready for anything. Like, if it actually rains cats and dogs, you can handle every soggy Siamese and drenched Doberman. Your Trico wipers maintain maximum windshield contact for safe, clear driving visibility, whatever the weather. Trico, the future of wipers since 1917. Visit TricoCatsAndDogs.com.
At AT&T, everyone, new and existing customers, get our best deals on every smartphone. Why? Because you deserve it. For turning your living room into your office and your gym. For teaching grandma how to video call. And teaching her again.
It's the button on your left, Nana. Okay, your other left.
It's not complicated. Everyone deserves something new. So AT&T is giving everyone, new and existing customers, our best deals with every unlimited plan on every smartphone, even the latest ones.
AT&T may temporarily slow data speeds if the network is busy. Restrictions and exceptions may apply.
Lowe's Provember event is back. In celebration of pros, we're offering special values on top tools to get any job done right. Head into Lowe's and check out the largest selection of DeWalt power tools and accessories. Right now, you can get a guaranteed tough DeWalt 20-volt max bare tool free when you buy a DeWalt 20-volt max drill or impact driver kit. Shop in-store or order online. Lowe's, the new home for pros. Valid through 1/5 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. U.S. only.
Holidays are here, and so is fashionable fitness. Gift yourself a Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G, a phone that folds in half to literally stand on its own. Pair it with the Galaxy Watch 4 for ultimate wellness and wow factor. Check health stats, flex personal records. Over 90 activities can be tracked, like biking, swimming, golfing, and more. Invest in yourself with tech made to crush goals. Holidays open up with Galaxy. Shop it all at Samsung.com. 5G connection and availability may vary. Check with carrier. Products sold separately.
Does TireTex USA deliver dealer quality service at a fraction of the price? Are Philly fans smarter, better looking, and just plain better than New York so-called fans? Of course we are, and of course they do. TireTex USA is straight up the only place to take your car for tires, alignments, state inspections, brakes, oil changes, steering, suspension, and anything else the road throws at it. Check them out at 5000 North 20th Street in Philly or online at TireTexUSA.com. Alignment's just $50. Dealer quality service at a fraction of the price.
BetRivers Sportsbook wants you to be in control of your football bets. That's why players love the same game parlays at BetRivers. Same game parlays let you mix and match player props and game bets and gives a payout boost to the winning combinations you want to root for. Combine two bets or combine many. You pick your confidence level and then watch the game unfold. Bet on same-game parlays at BetRivers.com or download the BetRivers app. Presented by Rivers Casino Pittsburgh. Must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Every day, small businesses like American Hats are being found on Google. With a free business profile, 652,000 Pennsylvania small businesses are connecting with customers. Find free resources for your small business at grow.google/smallbusiness.
After 9 seasons in the NFL, take it from me, your team is like family. Make sure your home caregiver is from my team, because when it comes to home care, you want your loved ones cared for like family. Contact my team at Affordable Home Care today.
Hey guys, it's Pat Egan. Tomorrow, let's hang out. If you're not doing anything, stop on by and we will hang out thanks to the Bud Light Saturday Game Night Series. Now, normally we say, oh, we're just a stone's throw away from Eagleville. No, tomorrow I'll actually be in Eagleville. I'll be at the Eagleville Tavern from 7 to 9 with my friends at Bud Light. We'll be giving out some awesome Birds autographed swag, as well as your chance to win a trip for two to the January 2nd game in Washington. Tomorrow's prize we have is an Avonte Maddox autographed football. So stop on by, enjoy some Bud Light at the Eagleville Tavern, 7 to 9 p.m. Every football game, they have $5 Bud Light Seltzer Black Cherry cans. They also have $3 Bud Light bottles on Sunday, Monday, and Thursday. It's a great spot. I'll be there tomorrow, so please, if you're near Eagleville, if you're in Eagleville, I expect to see you there tomorrow, 7 to 9, me and my friends at Bud Light. If you can't make it, don't worry. I'm going to be going around to bars throughout the Philly area, so head on over to 97.5thefanatic.com, click the events tab, and see where I'll be next week. Don't forget, tomorrow, 7 to 9, Eagleville Tavern. It's just a stone's throw away. Hopefully, I'll see you there. Enjoy responsibly.
WPEN Burlington, Philadelphia, a Beasley Media Group station, home of the most entertaining Eagles talk in Philadelphia. 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Remember, when you leave the car, we don't have to leave your morning. Grab that 97.5 app.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
I know what you did. You went to work all week, and that boss ignored all your contributions. Didn't give you that feeling of affirmation. So you know what? It's your time. It's Saturday. It's Sunday. Time to pack up your stuff, tell that boss to take the job, and shove it.
No! God, please, no!
And here's Loverboy on The Fanatic. John Kincade Show on 97.5 The Fanatic. Pat, the fact that you are always caught off guard.
Every single week.
How are you caught off guard? I don't understand it.
I forget what day it is.
I mean, how do you not?
There have been a couple Saturdays I've come in here at 5:15 in the morning.
You have not done that.
You'll never know.
Do you believe he's done that?
No.
What did he say he does at 5:15?
He said there are a couple
Welcome
Saturdays
to
he
the show,
showed
Said
up
he let
at
your air out of your
5:15.
tires.
I think that could be you were just really wondered what would it be like better to work with Dee Lynam every single morning.
Well, she doesn't get in for a couple hours, so I kind of sit here, twiddle my thumbs. I look like John Travolta in Pulp Fiction, just kind of looking around like, all right, what do I do? No one's here yet.
Good actor, John Travolta, or not?
Depends on what he's in.
I think a better actor that took bad parts.
He's like Nick Cage in that.
I think he took cash grabs.
What's his best role?
I mean, Pulp Fiction's good.
Pulp Fiction's good, but
Yeah,
I
but
don't
he doesn't
think
play
he was,
anything
I don't think he was
difficult.
Right.
I mean, he was a hell of a Danny Zuko.
I never really saw Grease.
You didn't?
What?
Not really. Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
I have no real desire to see it. Seems stupid to me.
Stupid.
Olivia.
But what's his best role? Doesn't that kind of answer it?
I guess that answers it, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Barbarino?
We had him in here.
Michael, the
You
angel?
did?
We had him in here a couple years ago, and he was actually promoting a movie which looked terrible called The Fanatic. And
So he wanted to be on The Fanatic? Was that it?
it was a little. He went too far. If you've seen the movie, he went a little too far in his role and is trying to be. But I thought about that at the time of like, what was the last thing I liked that he was in, and it was probably like The Taking of Pelham 1, 2, 3 was the last thing I enjoyed.
And that was a remake.
Get Shorty? I mean, I guess he was kind of funny in that.
Swordfish. Coach brings up Swordfish. He was good in that.
Swordfish was solid.
Not bad. I mean, it's,
But something about, I don't know, something about his face.
You know what's a funny underrated movie is Wild Hogs, and he's funny in it. It looks terrible, but it's actually a funny. He starts freaking out at the kid over. He's like a rich guy, and he starts freaking out at the kid over doing his leaves, and the kid's like, "I can't do this many leaves for $5." It's actually a good movie.
Hey, the 9 a.m. hour is brought to you by the Bagster. It's a dumpster in a bag. Get yours today at Home Depot and Lowe's. And for details, go to Bagster.com. We've got a UFC Minute with Pat Egan coming up.
I hope he sells that better than he just sold that John Travolta movie.
It was funny.
I got to tell you this, is Pat Egan has been delivering with the UFC Minute.
I was 1-0 with his picks last weekend.
Just put a couple bucks on his picks this weekend. You are winning every weekend. You haven't had a losing weekend last 4.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's been a little bit, which
This
means
is a kiss of
this
death.
might be the Fade Egan weekend.
No, but even if you're not, I am not a UFC fan by any stretch of the imagination, like as far as knowing what I'm doing, but I follow Pat's picks and make some money. Put a little money on it, have a little fun.
If you lose with my picks, we lost together.
There we go.
That's a good point.
As we begin this 9 o'clock hour, I'll bring it back to the beginning of the show today. We tell you right off the bat how we feel about the upcoming Eagles game. None of this. Stay tuned. We'll make our picks in an hour and a half. We're going to just tell you flat out. The Eagles are going to win on Sunday. I may be on an island here, but the 3 home losses sort of spooks me a bit. The fact that they're ready to break through. Losing to San Francisco, finding the way to lose that Kansas City game, which wasn't good either. The Eagles have every reason to believe they could be able to hang with the Chargers. And in a fourth quarter game, I do believe that Nick Sirianni's going to wise up. I do believe that Nick Sirianni's going to have a balanced attack. I do believe that you're going to see Dallas Goedert find ways to make some plays. Eagles win 27-23. And on Monday morning, we're talking about a 4-5 football team with 8 to play. And the defense will take a step forward to looking more, well, let's just say, like they could be legitimately mediocre. Bobby?
Yeah, I think Jamie had a pretty decent line earlier, and I heard someone else say it on this station too. That to me, it seems like, and I agree with what they said, that Jonathan Gannon doesn't coach well against good quarterbacks. And I think you can label Justin Herbert
a good quarterback.
Good quarterback, yeah. I think we'll see effort. I think we'll see a game that you kind of like. I don't see the Eagles coming out and winning this game. So I'm going to go 30-23 San Diego.
I have wait, I gotta.
I love that you still say San Diego too.
Yeah, I still
because I always want to say San Diego.
Oh, is that what I said, Sam? I'm sorry.
No, you said it all morning with San Diego.
Yeah.
I also think the Astros are an NL team still, so like some things are just hard to get over.
How did they play the Braves in the World Series then?
It doesn't make any sense,
weird,
John. It's the first time they've had an NL World Series.
It's crazy.
I still call them San Diego sometimes.
Yeah.
It's okay,
so do
Bob.
I.
It's
Yes.
Sorry.
They should be in San Diego. It's freaking stupid. LA doesn't need 2 teams. I know real San Diegans that were Chargers fans, and I feel...
And they were big-time Chargers
Yeah,
fans.
they had a good fan base. I feel bad for them.
So they packed that stadium.
Yeah. I was at that stadium.
They're not going to take a 2-hour drive up.
It's stupid. Anyway, the LA Chargers, I think, win 27-23.
Same score as me, but you have it flipped.
Yeah, I think they're going to be in it. I think it'll be a fairly balanced 60-40-ish game in terms of running the ball. The Chargers are the worst in the league. As I said earlier, I fear Joey Bosa giving Jalen Hurts an excuse to run a lot out of the pocket and maybe not make all the throws. I think he's going to have to make some throws to win this game. I just think Herbert, I've based my picks all year on this. They can win a game versus a mediocre to bad quarterback. They can't win a game versus a good to great quarterback.
That seems to be the talking point.
That's all I've done, and I'm 7-1 predicting them. So
you have been,
but it's shoulder okay.
I know, but it's like the most simple. I'm not doing anything complex. I'm just looking at the other team's quarterback and going, all right, yeah, he's going to pick the linebackers apart. He's going to throw over the middle of the field, and they'll have some explosive plays. And the Eagles don't have a strong enough offense to keep up. So I think the Chargers win.
Patrick's the most negative man on the Eagles.
Eagles suck.
And he has been, so I don't expect you're predicting a win.
Jamie, you're wrong. I was going to say the Eagles don't suck as bad as I thought they did.
Oh, okay.
But they're still not a very good football team.
Calm down with all that positivity.
I know. It's tough. It's oozing out of me right now. Look, I don't think I've picked them to win a game this season. This isn't going to start this week, or it isn't going to change this week. I still have them losing to the Chargers. I think it's probably closer than maybe I initially thought. I had to kind of change my ways a little bit after the Detroit game. But still, it's an 0-8 Detroit team. I think Justin Herbert is too good. I think he picks them apart a little bit. I think they get down in that game, and then they start throwing the ball like they normally do, and they ignore the run game. I have them losing 30-24.
So there you go. We're all in the same sort of ballpark.
Yeah.
As far as where we're thinking about this game. And I do think we're talking about a win, though.
I
really do think we're going to be talking about a win.
I toyed with the idea. Like, I think this is a winnable game. I do. I just don't know if they have enough in the defense. You know, like T.J. Edwards and Davion Taylor look good against Jared Goff. Are they going to look good against Justin Herbert? My gut says big time no. I mean, T.J. Edwards, he is what he is in this league. He can be good against the run, but he's going to struggle in coverage, and Justin Herbert's going to find the open man, so it's going to be a tough game. I think they're not going to be out of it.
I think for the first time this year that if they're going to win a game, the coaching, the play calling, and your quarterback are going to have to be good. They just overmatched Atlanta. Atlanta was really bad that day. Really bad that day.
Really bad, yeah.
They went to Carolina and had a quarterback throw 2 awful picks, and they got a blocked punt on special teams. And then last week, you played The Walking Dead. So I think for the first time this season, if they are going to get a win, we are going to positively say one of those, either head coach, defensive coordinator, or quarterback, I think we're going to say that they made a difference come Monday for the first time this year.
I don't think that's all of us believe we're gonna be entertained. It's a 4-quarter game. We're going to be entertained.
Yeah,
and that's sort of okay with me.
I'll be interested to see how they go about handling Keenan Allen. Whether it's Slay stick with him, or are they going to stick in the zone coverage and Slay just keeps his side of the field? What should they do? I personally, you don't want to change too drastically at this point, but I'd want to see Darius Slay stick Keenan Allen. I think it gives you your best chance of minimizing his impact. But it could be a drastic change that Jonathan Gannon isn't comfortable, trotting out there versus a good quarterback.
I'm always for having your best guy go up against theirs, especially defensively.
Absolutely.
I would love to see him follow Keenan Allen all over the field. Prove his worth once again.
I would have no problem with that being the strategy.
None whatsoever.
And if it failed, I would understand the strategy.
Sure. Absolutely.
And that to me is what I want. I want to understand. And Bob, I think that's where you've done a couple things this week where you've talked about storylines we talked about about getting answers. Yeah. I would understand if they lost with Darius Slay on that strategy. I would understand what you were thinking. You could stand behind a microphone and go, I thought it was our best chance to win. And I'd go, I sort of agree.
Yeah, I absolutely. We were thinking make somebody else beat you, but he wasn't going to beat. Right. That's fine. I have no problem with that there. Again, what Jamie said, though, is it out of the line of what his schematic plan is, and does it affect many other people?
Scheme.
Well, soft zone coverage.
I don't have a scheme.
Yeah, okay. The other problem is they have this little, I think people call him water bugs, Austin Eckler.
He's unreal.
Yeah, he's a handful, and he's going to be going up against the Eagles linebackers most likely in the passing game. So.
Pat, I was thinking you might give us some insights on Eckler.
Why would you say that? Why?
Because
isn't he on your fantasy team?
No, I had Derrick Henry, Bob, and then I had Henry Ruggs.
No,
it hasn't been a good week for me.
I was thinking more along the lines of he's quick, he's wiry, he's like a jitterbug.
Just say it. He's my size. You can say it. You're dancing around it. Don't be a coward.
I'm just trying to
say that. I would know about Austin Eckler because he's small and I'm small.
You would know.
All of us small people just hang out. We have a text group.
Do you have a text group?
No, we don't.
Because your little fingers on the buttons.
Oh, here we go. Little fingers. My fingers are normal. This is a normal. I'm going to show you two. Normal sized hand.
Is it a normal sized hand? Hold it up again
for his body.
I don't do the reach around
for your body. Yeah, it is. Hey, nobody should have to pay for one size fits all insurance coverage. Even little jitterbugs. Liberty Mutual customizes your car and your home insurance, so you only pay for what you need. I got I've just been a little on edge today. I had somebody yesterday not be too kind to me, and I guess I was just a little bit. Pat, I apologize for that.
Too late. I'm not accepting it.
Sometimes people that you think are foxhole guys are not foxhole guys.
Found that out just a mere 30 seconds ago.
I found it out. We found it out in Vegas. Hey, Pat, make people some cash, would you, with a UFC minute?
It's time!
UFC 268 this Saturday. It's going to cost you $70. It's completely worth it. It's a really good card. I like Ode Osborne to start off the prelims. Then I like Bruno Souza, who's an underdog in this one. Justin Jacoby. Gian Vellante is a friend of Dana White. He's facing 3 losses in a row. I like him as one of my locks. Ian Gary's a lot of hype. I like him as one of my locks, as well as Edmund Shabazian. He's one of my locks as well. Phil Hawes, I Quinta. Andreas Michaelitis, I like him. And then finally the main card, Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler. I like like Gaethje in this one, but he's not used to 3-round fights, so I like him by decision. Shane Burgos versus Billy Quarantillo. I think Shane Burgos is a big step up in competition, so I like Burgos in that one. Cheeto Vera versus Frankie Edgar. I'm taking Vera, but I'm not all that confident in it. It could go either way. Nama Yunus versus Wiley Zhang. I will take Nama Yunus, but it's a real close one. Wiley, her power is legit. And then in the main event, Kamaru Usman, Colby Covington. Lock of the century, I think Kamaru Usman destroys him. I think he walks through him.
Pat makes you money, and he gets it in 1 minute. Very similar.
I'm a 1 minute man.
Similar to other experiences.
The ladies know.
That is great, Pat.
Way to go,
by
Pat.
the way, put a little money on all of Pat's picks. I have not lost money, and I do it. Except when I forget to do it if I was getting on a plane to go out of town, and I don't load them in because Pat doesn't post the picks before I get on my plane. Today I'm not leaving, though, Pat. So take your time. Everybody check later on our social media.
Yeah, it's on 97.5thefanatic.com.
Get on right now.
All that, so you can
place your wagers.
You can get them, and I get my stuff in within a minute, and then I have enough time to apologize.
There you go.
Just like other stuff.
So the Thunder shocked the Lakers last night in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I believe they've beaten them twice this year, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's the second win over the Lakers.
Is it already?
I think so.
Huh.
SGA is awesome.
I mean, Oklahoma City doing all right. How about this? The amount of there were 12.
Yes, it's their second win over the Lakers.
That's amazing.
Wow.
They've got two wins over the Lakers already. Now, LeBron did not play. Okay? Last night, there were 12 All-NBA first-team selections on the Lakers roster. The Thunder's roster has made 0 All-NBA first, second, or third teams. That's incredible. That's incredible. They've already beaten the Lakers twice.
Wow.
They have no one on their team who has ever been All-NBA first, second, or third teams. Oh, my gosh. That's just crazy to me. The number of All-Star selections in total from the Lakers roster last night,
it's like 63 or something,
was
isn't it?
40.
40, okay.
The Thunder's roster on Thursday had a total of 0.
Yeah. I think SGA is going to bust that.
This is unbelievable.
This year.
Wow.
By the way, the Lakers' current roster is $150 million over the cap. The Thunder's roster cap, less than $50 million for the season, less than 1/3 of the salary cap. The Lakers are $150 over the salary cap.
Yeah, I find it odd that notody really gave the Thunder's process much notice over the last. The good Shepherd.
That's good, David Shepard. You can check Shep NBA on Twitter. He's got some really good numbers, and he's crazy nerd. He's awesome. Love him. In the linchpin, Jamie wonders whether there's going to be success with this guy.
This is the linchpin.
Yeah, I wonder if Seth Curry can become this team's closer. You know, I've brought up in the past with you guys, I have doubts and concerns about a center being a true closer for a team, just because even with Joel's, prolific shooting for a guy that big, it's just harder for a center to be the closer. It just is. There's a reason historically it doesn't happen very often. So you're going to need a guard, a perimeter player that can create a shot in a high-pressure situation to be your closer. Seth Curry's impressing the hell out of me. He's really been great. Again, Kevin Kincade had this stat yesterday, but I think all of last year he took 54 fourth-quarter shots over the course of the season. Already this year, I lost my note.
54?
Something crazy like that. He's getting a lot better. Like, I didn't think he had another level to him, but I think he does. And I think they're going to have to count on him as the team's closer for now. And I wonder...
And you don't like that, though?
No,
I don't think anybody likes that.
Okay with it. Because I don't think Tobias is really it. I don't think Maxi's really it. It's not Furkan. It's not Danny Green. It's not George Niang. It's kind of falls on his plate. And he was pretty clutch the other night, hitting that shot against the Bulls.
Yeah.
I think he's got to be it.
I liked last year when he got hot in the playoffs, and he had a terrific playoff series against Atlanta, that they decided to play a two-man game with him and Joel Embiid. I thought it worked well. I thought they were good at it. I thought it was something that they would build on for this year, especially with Ben Simmons not being around. They haven't done it as much as I would like to see, but I'll tell you what, there isn't an outside shot that Seth Curry looks not right taking. If that sounds, if he goes off one foot,
Yeah.
if he's set, if he's off the run, if he's coming off a pick, if he decides not to come off a pick, like all these different scenarios, he looks comfortable and good and is good at making those shots. So I'm with you. If you're looking for a closer on this team, I have no problem with being Seth Curry.
So here's the stat from Kevin that he had. This was prior to the Detroit game. Seth Curry was 7 of 9 from the floor in the fourth quarter of this season. All of last year, he only attempted 51 field goal attempts
That doesn't seem like
I know.
possible.
In the fourth quarter, he was 18 of 51, 35% from the field, 5 of 23 from deep in those field goal attempts. He's picking it up in the fourth quarter.
Well, he's been given opportunity.
Yeah.
Which helps.
By default,
And now
he's
it
kind
works.
of becoming that. And can it work?
Sure.
I guess.
Yeah,
It can work. I mean,
I'm okay with it.
Like,
I
do you
really
need to be a superstar to be the closer?
yes.
Well, then that's a problem.
You don't need to be a superstar. You need to be because if you are clutch, it's chicken and the egg. You are clutch.
Well, like Robert Horry was clutch, but he was never a superstar.
And he wasn't really a closer. He made big shots.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say they looked for him.
No.
Here's the problem is obvious, and then it's the same problem that you have with Joel Embiid trying to be a closer.
There you go.
It's creating for yourself. Like Seth Curry isn't really creating shots on his own. It either has to
needs
be
a
out in the
pick.
run or he needs a pick or something like that.
But he's gotten better at off the dribble shooting.
Yeah. Oh, I like him.
Tune into the Fine Line with Joe Wiz Sports tonight at 10 on The Fanatic. Join champion handicapper Joe Wiz to get big football winners, plus parlays and teasers and totals. Check it on out tonight at 10 on The Fanatic. So he can't go to a cheesesteak place and not have the Wiz. If your name's Joe Wiz, when you order a cheesesteak, you have to have the Wiz.
He has a son, Gavin.
Gavin Wiz?
Yeah, they call him G.
G Wiz. Very good.
That's horrible, Bob. That's
It's
hard.
the truth. I'm just
we
telling
don't
you
have to
the
break
truth.
for another 40 minutes.
Damn
Let's
it,
just go to
Bob.
break or another.
That was
40
awesome.
having a good show.
Yeah, just
What the hell was that
doing,
for?
Did our
dude.
perfect show end
Our
there?
perfect show just ended. Time for you to shut the up.
You gotta love that.
That was
Gee whiz.
that was like a PhD of dad jokes because it was like a 2-tier dad.
that wouldn't have been funny in
Aggressive.
1945, Bob. It's horrible.
Damn it,
Bob,
Cooney.
I liked it, by the way.
No, you
I
didn't.
did too, and I fell for it.
Suck up.
Yeah,
and
it was
I
good.
fell for it.
Yeah.
Friends
Which is
keep
even
friends
better.
honest.
You guys are smart.
Coach, you also.
Love the big wiener.
So what do you know?
Yes, exactly. Coach does enjoy that.
Did you have wieners yet today, Coach?
Negative.
Oh,
He
no
will
wonder you're
later,
grumpy.
though. He
It's
will
Friday,
later,
though.
But Coach, we love you here.
What does that mean?
No one's going to do you wrong on this show.
Wieners are on the menu Friday.
Friday night's usually about a 3-wiener night.
I bet it is.
You
Coach.
got that?
I bet
Pat,
it
did you
is.
get that?
Congrats on all your success.
Pat,
prefer it
please get
hard.
that. Get
Connor,
that, Pat.
get on it, bud.
Hey, we have a lot coming up on the show here. It's a big weekend for the hockey team and the NBA team. And there's a game that Bob and I both think the team can't win. John Kincade Show on The Fanatic. Hurry into Hooters right now to get your 2022 Hooters calendar. It features over 200 Hooters girls, including your favorite Northeast Hooters girls, and it includes over $100 worth of coupons. So, you're already getting $100 worth of coupons. The calendar doesn't cost that much. You're going to love it. If you're watching the games at home, and many of you still are, you can order online at HootersToGo.com. Be the real MVP of your football watch party. Grab Hooters to Go. Order online at HootersToGo.com. You can tackle your hunger, whether it's wings or burgers or sandwiches or seafood. You're going to love it. And with HootersToGo.com, you set yourself up to have the best football viewing party ever. So for dine-in to go, curbside or delivery, Hooters is bringing the flavor and the fun to your football season. For the latest specials and events, I want you to go to Northeast Hooters. Check it out, Northeast Hooters, northeasthooters.com.
The John Kincade Show
They're like the family from hell on acid that's on steroids.
on 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia. Join Pat Egan Saturday from 7 to 9 p.m. at the Eagleville Tavern for the Bud Light Saturday Game Night Series. Enter for a chance to win an Avante Maddox signed football, courtesy of Bud Light, and a trip for two to the January 2nd game in Washington. Plus, enjoy $3 Bud Light bottles.
Have you been lied to? Lied to by Washington politicians and the Wall Street propaganda machine? Hi, this is best-selling author Richard Cohen from right here in South Jersey in the Philadelphia area, and I want to give you a free copy of my new book, Crash Proof Wealth. According to Time magazine, Wall Street's retirement plans and 401ks have failed millions of Americans. After seeing the last market crash over 39%, I said, enough. I've discovered a way to grow money potentially double digits, reduce taxes dramatically, and when the next market crash hits, you lose nothing. Call Reliable Financial now to get a free copy of my book and talk to me personally to discover this little-known strategy to get potential double-digit growth during good years and never lose when the next stock market crash hits. Call 1-800-605-9191 to discover this asset that people like Walt Disney and JCPenney used to grow wealthy. And I'll even cover shipping and handling. No credit card required. Call 1-800-605-9191. That's 1-800-605-9191. Again, 1-800-605-9191.
We've all had that dream. Tie game, bottom of the ninth. Bases loaded. Well, on FanDuel Sportsbook, you get more than one shot to swing for the fences because FanDuel is letting you place your first bet risk-free. That's right. New users get up to $1,000 back in-site credit if your first bet doesn't win. There's a reason FanDuel Sportsbook is the top-ranked sportsbook app on Apple and Google Play. The app is simple to use. They've got great offers on all different betting markets, unique fun bet types like same-game parlay, and always-on promotions to let you get more action out of every game day. And when you win, FanDuel will pay your winnings in as little as 24 hours. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code PLAY to get in on the action. That's FanDuel Sportsbook, promo code PLAY. 21 plus and present in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. First online real money wager only for risk-free bet. Refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Restrictions apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Did you know the arrow in Amazon's logo represents A to Z? Maybe the My Computer Career logo should represent unemployed to employed. Ryan was out of work when he started classes in March. In September, he started his IT career, working for Amazon, making more money than he ever thought possible. Here's a prime opportunity. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
Nobody protects you from mayhem like Allstate. I'm a broken traffic light. Stop and go is the name of my game. It's easy. You go, they go. Or was it they go, you go? And if you have the wrong car insurance, these repair costs could stop you in your tracks. So get Allstate's new low auto rate and be better protected from mayhem, like me.
Not available in every state based on coverage and limits selected. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. In most states, prices vary based on how you buy. Allstate Bar and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You want to know what makes me LeBron? Sleep. That's right. Sleep is my superpower. And Calm, the #1 app for sleep, is essential to activating that power. From the sound of rain falling on leaves to bedtime sleep stories, Calm puts me to sleep within minutes, which means I wake up ready for any challenge. Because greatness lies on the other side of sleep.
For 40% off a Calm premium subscription, go to calm.com/LJ. That's calm.com/LJ.
From city streets to back roads. From road warrior to carpooler. There are some things you can always count on. Like the reliability, durability, and power of DieHard, America's most trusted auto battery. No matter where your journey takes you, count on DieHard to get you started on the road ahead. Available at your local Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest stores.
Hello, Mr. Vending Machine. Maybe chips. Come on, dollar. It's flat. What?
There's a better way to pay. With a Citizens card in your digital wallet, you'll never have to hear again. Paying with Citizens. One ding and you're done. Citizens made ready. Visit citizensbank.com/ding to learn more.
Wireless carrier, text, and/or data charges may apply. Citizens is a brand name of Citizens Bank and a member FDIC.
Our warehouses are team settings. Everyone truly has each other's backs. Together, we're serving customers and playing an important part in the economy and communities. Together, we're building great careers and lives. Just ask the many UPS executives who started right here in our warehouses. UPS is hiring warehouse workers near you, starting at up to $24 per hour after bonuses. Shift your team. Shift your pay. Shift your life. Apply at upsjobs.com/shift. Make the shift. Make a difference.
Google Career Certificate Certificates are designed to help job seekers learn new skills for in-demand jobs. To help Pennsylvania job seekers, Google is partnering with local organizations to provide support and scholarships. Learn more at grow.google/certificates.
Hey, it's Mike Miss here. You know, Philly sports is a big business, and we've got you covered every weekday with the Fanatic's Business of Sports Reports, powered by Pico for Business. For information on how your company can save with Pico's incentives, go to pico.com/business.
Hello? Whether you're at home or on the go, listen to 97.5 The Fanatic on Odyssey on your smartphone, Roku, LG Smart TV, Waze, and more. That's Odyssey, AUDACY. Check it out now.
This week marks the halfway point to the football season, and there's a big Sunday matchup between Green Bay and Kansas City. FanDuel Sportsbook, in partnership with Valley Forge, is about to make it even bigger. FanDuel is giving new customers 30-1 odds on either team to win. You know what that means? It means you can win a $150 on just a $5 bet. Kansas City, Green Bay, this is a little weird. Kansas City's favored by 7.5 right now, but you have to keep an eye on all the injuries, sicknesses. You know what's going on with Aaron Rodgers. Keep an eye on this line. It's going to change. See who you like, but that's the key. Keep an eye on where this line goes. FanDuel is sports betting made simple, and they're always hooking you up with great offers. Plus, when you win, you'll get paid in as little as 2 hours. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Just sign up with promo code Bob. This week, before Green Bay takes on Kansas City, you could win $150 on just a $5 bet. Remember, promo code Bob exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. 21 plus and present in Pennsylvania. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $150. Restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Now, back to the John Kincade Show.
Yes, I'm a seasoned broadcaster, but I've also got a fine head of hair.
On 97.5 The Fanatic, Philadelphia.
With over 19 great locations in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, you got a local PJ's right around the corner. PJ Wellahans, we love them. The best beer, the best food, the best wings. You're going to love them. PJ's. Check it on out. And I'm a big advocate of PJ's Poorhouse. That's not part of the ad campaign, but I love it. And my Apple CarPlay tells me right as I walk out of church. It tells me that that's where I'm going.
Tells you to go to PJ's?
It just says it. That's what pops up. It doesn't say you're going home. It says you're going to PJ's. And I'm going to be adulting. Going to have an adulting.
There you go.
Let's try that.
You'll enjoy.
Which is great. Absolutely awesome. By the way, I just let Joe Z off the hook.
Yeah, you use me as a pawn in your scheme.
I use Jamie as a pawn in the scheme. I'm not very
good. Made Joe Z feel bad for probably 45 minutes.
When I'm trying to prank somebody, I'm not good at holding out long enough to make them think that I'm really offended by something. And I just started laughing. He was poor Joe Z was offended. He thought that he had really offended me. I'm not good at that. That's sort of mean. Sorry, Joe. Love you, Joe. We love Joe. Look, he cleans up after Dina at the coffee station.
He's all right.
He keeps it nice and clean.
Love is a little strong.
Mediocre.
I mean, he really does. Mediocre?
Like
He's all right.
I'll drop him.
If you had a running event, would you want him on your team?
No.
You're trying to win a marathon.
Just because I know that he runs doesn't mean I know he runs well.
There we go.
Caller makes a fine point.
There you go.
Awkward legs.
Okay, Flyers head to Washington to play tomorrow. 76ers go to Chicago. Pat, Bob and I think there's a game that a local team will not win tomorrow night. Who are we talking about?
Temple.
That's probably safe.
Against ECU. 16-point underdogs.
Are they really?
Yeah, they are. And that's hard. That's horrifying.
I mean, ECU's better than you think, but
yeah, they are. But that's hard. Yeah, but that's freaking. It's freaking horrifying.
Hey, I'll be watching though. 3 p.m.
Yeah, we will.
You can hear the game on the Fanatic.
We will text.
I would go with
the team. We believe there's a game the local team can win.
Do you think it's the Flyers?
Jamie, you think we're Bob and I are talking about the Flyers at Washington or the Sixers at Chicago?
Do I? I think you're talking about the Sixers.
We are.
And I think it's winnable.
Bob and I both do not like this spot.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're down. They're down to 8 guys. I mean,
do
that's
not
a
like
big
this spot
blow.
at all. Like, I see.
That is tough to go on the road with 8 guys.
I see like 18-point loss.
Maxey's played 45 minutes last night.
Yep.
I'm not saying that he can't play the minutes, but that's a lot of minutes to be given a kid that's not, that's kind of learning on the job here. That is a tough spot, but it wouldn't. I mean, Joel Embiid's got to look like Joel Embiid offensively at some point, right? Or does he?
Does he?
Well, I don't know. You're convinced he's hurt, so I don't know.
But people aren't.
Look, they're playing good basketball.
Yeah, they
like,
are. They absolutely are.
I really don't want to come off today because
no.
I was upset about Embiid's play last
I'm burying
night.
my soul with my deep, dark concerns that are in the back of your brain that you don't talk about during the game.
I'm going to use an alternate line on that one. I think it's a bad spot. I see
Chicago alternate line.
I see 112, 100, 112, 98.
Yeah.
I just see it being a bad spot.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the way the Sixers are playing. That's what I do. I nitpick, and you can win a really good game, and I'll find what I think needs to be better. Also, I won't say they're due for a clunker, but I think Chicago's a decent team. I think Chicago's a decent team, and
they are.
I just
think they are due for a clunker.
Yeah, I mean, they have 4 straight home games after that Chicago game. Also, a lot of times getting home, even though it's not like a long road trip, all it is 2 games.
They're home Monday, Tuesday, Thursday next week.
Yeah, that I don't like this spot.
It's got something written all over it.
I don't really like the spot.
Patrick, do you like this?
I think they can win, but I agree with all your points. Chicago's way better than I originally thought. And what you saw last night with Embiid, I don't know how many games you're going to be able to win with Embiid playing like that. And against Chicago, I do worry. But I think it's winnable. I think it's kind of ridiculous to say it's not winnable.
Okay.
I think it's winnable.
Are the Flyers winnable?
Then again, I'm the same guy that said that the Eagles don't have a winnable game for the rest of the season. So what the hell do I know?
Are the Flyers winnable at Washington?
Very hypocritical. Yeah, it is. But I think that the Flyers have a better chance of losing than the Sixers do.
Oh, wow.
I tend to agree with Pat.
I do not.
Really?
No.
AV got you fired up?
I think Flyers. Carter Hart's got me fired up. And again, it's like, oh yeah, now you're the biggest Carter Hart fan in the world, and I'm like, I answered Charles on email here, and I said, yeah, when a player plays really, really well, I'll call it out. When a player plays like crap and has an 87% save percentage over a season, I'll call that out too.
So if Aaron Nola bounces back next year, you'll call it out?
I'll call it out as a 1-year thing. Yeah, sure.
Oh, back to his normal
1-year thing.
Here we go.
Because
Aaron Nola. Because there's not a body of work to tell me that.
Sure, there is.
Aaron Nola is an ace. There's not a body of work with Carter Hart to tell me he's mediocre. There was a bad season. There was a blip on the radar.
Yeah, there was a bad season.
He's
for
making
Nola.
it look
just
like
happened.
Nola's had plenty.
No, not
Nola's
really.
had plenty.
You're
He's had
dramatic about that.
1 year where he's a top 20 ERA. One his entire career.
And what did he finish in Cy Young?
That's great. That's great. That 1 year was great. That was really good.
He's had 3 other really good
That 1 year
years.
was really good. That was good. Hey, if you want to lose up to 40 pounds in just 40 days, you can lose a contractually guaranteed 20 to 40 plus pounds in only 40 days with NJ Diet. Go to njdiet.com. That's njdiet.com. You're not going to get on that mountain again, are you, and die on it?
I don't think they gain anything by ditching him.
No, I don't think they do either. Is an ace. I don't think anybody's going to give you anything for him.
I think he's got a better than 50% chance to bounce back.
But what's bounce back?
Back to what he is, which is probably like a
3?
No, I think his ceiling is 2. I think he can be like a 3.2, 3.3 guy.
ERA? Oh man, that'd be spectacular. That would be absolutely spectacular. That'd be great. If it happens, that would be fantastic. I would be glad to say, wow, he really bounced back. I'm not counting on it.
Well, no, you can't contradict. You can't say bounce back.
Yes, it would be bouncing back. Because he hasn't been close to that pitcher in a while.
Okay.
2020,
so
he was 3.2.
It'd be a bounce back.
But I mean, in 2020, he was 3.2.
And he was
year before that, he was
3.9, wasn't he?
He was 3.8, then 2.3, then 3.5.
3.87.
You're awfully dramatic about how bad his quote unquote bad is.
Yeah.
I mean, a 3.5 is bad.
I'm just saying.
A 3.2 is bad. A 3.8 is bad.
I'm going to say he's a 4 ERA guy the last 3 years.
Incorrect.
He averages out
because the 4.6 overinflates that.
No, that's what counts. It counts.
Not really.
Why does that not count?
Because the average doesn't count.
What do you mean? Wait a minute. The statement
He's
I made.
He's a 3.2 and a 3.8. The
Jamie,
4.6 raises it up. You're using that.
The statement I made was he's a 4 ERA pitcher over the last 3 years.
Which is fudging the numbers.
How is it fudging the numbers?
Because it is. You know it.
It isn't.
You can admit it.
No, it's not.
Thank him for listening.
Oh, my gosh.
I appreciate you listening, John.
Nonsense, crazy.
Gavel.
In Cooney's Corner, really? If there was any... Well, you have to get to it. Get to it, Bob.
Cooney's like, I don't know.
Bob said it's...
I'm out.
Bob promised you...
popcorn watching me and John.
Bob promises you this year's going to be good.
Now, let's see what's in Cooney's Corner.
All right, this is a little out there thinking. And it came to me on my drive home yesterday while I was listening to Anthony and Chunas. This Eagles team is currently 3-5.
Correct. Very good.
The year 2000 on, the Eagles had been, for the most part, pretty good, right?
Okay.
Expected to make playoffs in each and every year, pretty much.
Right.
If this was a 3-5 team in any other year, and this team was like it was in any other year from 2000 on, there is no way in hell we would even be thinking about talking playoffs. Because think of this. Put this back in an Andy Reid era. 3-5 team playing this poorly. Would we be talking playoffs? No, we'd be saying, what in the holy hell is going on with the Eagles? Move forward to any other year after Andy Reid, even Chip Kelly, 3-5 year with what we've seen on the field. There is no way in hell we'd be talking playoffs.
I'm going to disagree with you. Year after the Super Bowl.
This team.
Oh, you mean
and the way they are performing.
Okay.
And any other year, if you went into the year thinking they were a playoff team, like we have every year since 2000.
Okay.
And they come out and they do this through 8 games. We would be like, oh, my God, what in the holy hell is going on with this team? We wouldn't be thinking playoffs.
Year after the Super Bowl.
Playoffs?
Year after the Super Bowl. Weren't the Eagles 4-6? I think they were 4-6.
The year after which year?
The year after the Super Bowl win. I think they were 4-6 through 10, if I'm not mistaken. I got to look up the numbers.
I believe you're right.
They were 4-6. And everybody was still talking playoffs.
Well, you would just won a Super Bowl.
No, I got you.
And you went into the season. Yeah, I just.
And the year after, I think you were 5-7.
Like, I just can't believe that the product that we've witnessed for 8 weeks, and the talk is still playoff. Has become, I should say, playoff possibility.
Okay.
I mean, it's there.
Here's why.
Hey, speak for yourself, Bob.
Right.
That's on Tuesday.
Truthfully speak.
18, 19, and 20. We've seen 3 full seasons since the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
The Eagles have had a losing record on Thanksgiving. Two of those. No, all 3 of those years. And 2 of those years they made the playoffs.
Yeah,
which is crazy.
It speaks to how bad the division's been.
And it continues to be bad. So that's why I think the bad division, Bob,
plays into it, certainly.
That we have to say, let's at least entertain the possibility, because this is such a crappy division.
It took a month of December from Wentz of spectacular play.
He was awesome
to rehab what was a bad 3 months of football prior to that.
Correct.
So
wait a minute. What are we seeing now? We've seen a couple months of bad football.
Yeah, I just don't think Hurts has that month in him of that. I mean, Wentz, he returned for that month to MVP-looking caliber play.
And Bob, I'm not disagreeing with you, by the way. I'm just saying is that...
No, you make a good point, but I think our confidence level in a team was much higher, and they were playing bad. This team's just bad. They're not a good football team. They're not good coached football team right now.
I'll give it to you.
And I can't. It just. If we would have seen this type of football and this type of coaching in any other year from 2000 on, we would not even be thinking about playoffs.
No, not with a team this bad.
Yeah,
because this has been a really bad team.
But it's there, and it's the talk, and I heard a lot of people bringing it up yesterday.
Well, yeah, I mean, wait a minute.
I just can't believe it.
And then there was the big problem of soup yesterday, where Chunas was getting called out about soup. Pat,
it's soup season.
Pat, where did you fall into the soup? I didn't realize there was a soup season.
Oh yeah, it's Instapot crockpot season.
I like a good soup.
Love a good soup with some nice bread.
I like a soup.
Go to the couch tomato, get some tomato soup.
The couch tomato?
Couch tomato.
yeah.
It's a
Manioc?
good place. I used to live on that on Friday
Okay,
nights.
is it just tomato soup or is it everything?
No, they have pizza.
Really
good
they
pizza.
make a great Cobb salad.
Kid that I coach is the owner.
At Couch Tomato?
Yep.
I love a tomato soup.
Oh, they have really
with the
good
grilled
tomato
cheese.
soup.
That's living, baby.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not a grilled cheese fan.
What? It's bread and cheese and butter.
That's why I don't like it. There's not, like, to me, it's the cheese is too prominent. I'm not I can do without cheese in sandwiches and stuff. So it's too prominent. The cheese is
it's
way
the whole
too
sandwich.
prominent. Now, if you said you were giving me one of those, I've seen the grilled cheese with the brisket. Where they've got the brisket and then some peppers.
Throw a nice tomato
and then
in
it's
there.
and then it's a grilled cheese. I'm all in. Then I'm all in.
What was the conversation about soup, though?
They were talking about soup because Andrew has the same thing I feel about chicken soup, and I've never heard anybody articulate it, and Andrew articulated
Which is what?
I think when someone tells me they're going to have chicken noodle soup or whatever, I think of being sick.
Agreed.
It's ginger ale for me. Yeah, I get it.
When I was,
but it's too good to let that drag you
I don't
down.
believe it is. I think it's way overrated.
Oh, not at all. It's perfect. It's the perfect soup.
Who? Like a can? Not a can, right?
Wait, I'm a Progresso man.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's
I love
perfect?
canned soup.
But a homemade chicken soup. Ooh.
Now, homemade chicken soup, if Betty made it, I would have maybe felt a little differently about it. But like when I would see the can of Campbell's chicken noodle, it would just
Remind you of being sick.
Yes.
Because that one's very old school and basic.
It would remind me of that.
Like the Progresso's got celery and carrots and additions to it. Those
They have
old
the big
Campbell,
chunky carrots, which I don't like.
Yeah, they just like fall apart.
Too mushy.
I like a nice bisque also.
Oh,
a lobster bisque?
Lobster bisque.
I make a white soup on Christmas Eve.
Wait a minute. What is it?
It's seafood. It's all seafood based. So I have
Is there clams in it?
There is shrimp and crab meat, and I don't think I put clams in it.
Is it a milk based? So it's milk based?
Yeah,
I can't do it.
So good.
The most underrated soup of them all, the Italian wedding soup.
I like the minestrone.
I don't think it's underrated. I think it's rated properly.
I think it's rated.
You never see it at a restaurant.
Sure you do.
Yes, you
what
do.
restaurants do you go to?
I've never seen an Italian wedding soup at a restaurant.
No.
Yes. I do not. I am not. Yesterday, Anthony was going on and on about the Italian wedding soup.
I love it.
I didn't think Anthony be a soupsman.
He's a
I wouldn't have
soupsman.
thought so either.
He's a big soupsman.
I wouldn't have expected that. And he liked the pastini,
Yeah.
which is the little, almost like the little stars.
Yeah, they're
Pasta. Don't like it.
When it came to the Italian wedding, what Anthony's exact quote was
because you can bond over my meatballs.
Meatball soup is a good soup.
He enjoys that in the Italian wedding.
I do not like it because then it's too soft.
The meatball's too soft for you?
Texture matters to me in food. Very weirdly,
Yeah.
so I just don't like it. They were going on about soup, and then there was the French onion.
Oh,
I'm out.
No, out.
what?
I don't like French
onion
But where
soup.
are you getting it?
Wait, three of you are all out on French
It
onion
depends
soup?
on where am I
Hate
getting
it.
it.
You can get it at the local bar.
How
I
about
make it
this?
at home with some nice
How about-
Gruyere.
If I am not using
Bay leaves are
if
stupid.
the place that I'm ordering it does not have
The brown crock.
legitimate silverware, a legitimate spoon.
The big
If I-
fat soup spoon.
If I'm at a place that has plastic spoons,
Oh, God,
you're
no.
not. You're making
No.
you're making a
Yeah,
crappy.
no, you can't.
If
do
they
that.
have
French
that
onion.
little brown crock that's got the hardened cheese
Oh,
stains
yeah.
on the outside, get that soup 10 out of 10 times.
Well,
You're
you were
having a
saying that
party.
is the Gruyere, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Gruyere
Wait,
melts.
I forgot. Chicken corn chowder.
Don't like it.
it's good.
I don't like you.
I
All
like
right?
corn in a soup.
You don't come at me and my chicken corn chowder. opinion,
Maryland
all right?
crab soup is phenomenal.
You go to Wawa, their best soup they have is
What's
chicken corn
Maryland
chowder.
crab soup? Is that the one that's got like a red brownish?
Yeah.
Oh, that's delicious.
Oh, my. A little spice
little
to it.
spicy,
Oh,
yes.
ha, ha.
That's a great one. You know who's a
Jamie.
huge?
Oh.
You know who's an advocate of that soup? Scotty Van Pelt. Loves talking about that on the. He talks about
SVP.
that. They talk about that on the show. That they're soupsmen.
I love
Anthony's
soup.
a soupsman,
Who isn't a soup person?
and Andrew Salchunas.
All soups.
Well, he doesn't like hot, right? Doesn't he eat
He
everything?
eats most
He
of the
likes
soup
cold,
cold.
right.
Which is
Yeah.
psycho stuff.
He likes cold sandwiches too. Like they were getting into he likes a cold sandwich.
Like a leftover hot sandwich?
Like he won't like.
Doesn't he eat everything cold?
Yeah.
He'd prefer
Yeah.
a cold sandwich. To a hot
He
sandwich.
eats Chinese leftovers. He'll let it get cold and then
Oh,
eat
jeez.
it. It's psycho stuff.
That is. It's a little odd.
Do you like Manhattan clam chowder or New England clam?
Neither.
New England.
Neither. I don't like clams.
Oh, I like them both.
Crackers. This is great soup talk. I wish I had another sponsor.
No, they had a whole thing of the soup talk yesterday. They were really in on the soup yesterday.
Starving now.
They were. Yeah, but if you're starving, you're not going, man, I need a soup.
Guys,
Sure
can we
can.
keep this up? Because Coach is it's driving Coach nuts. So let's
He
move
doesn't
on.
like this?
If the Eagles were a soup, what soup would they be?
Does a hot dog go with any type of particular soup, Coach? Like, what do you put your wiener in?
It's a great question, Bob. Where does the wiener go in the soup?
No personal questions, Bob.
I think a tomato soup would lend to the wiener
I love tomato soup.
Yeah.
No, you don't put a wiener in it. No.
Love the big wiener.
You do not put that in tomato soup.
Look at all the content Coach's hot dog habit has brought us.
Coach is really not enjoying the discussion. Salchunas says he loves a cold leftover sandwich.
The Washington football team is the lentil soup of football teams.
He's done a cold cheesesteak the next day.
I've done that.
Oh, my gosh. No.
It depends on the cheesesteak. It can be good.
Cold pizza.
Oh, I love cold pizza.
Yes.
No, you taught me a great trick with pizza, and that's putting it in the pan with a little bit of oil. Oh, my God. It heats it up perfectly.
In a grill pan with a little
I'm
water.
going to do that in the...
Best way to reheat pizza.
or the air fryer.
In the air, now, when you put it in the air fryer, do you put it on bake or do you put it on the... You don't put it on fry.
Yeah, you can air fry it. It's just a quicker bake, basically.
My buddy Matt texted me, no love for the matzo ball soup.
I like a matzo.
I do not like the matzo ball.
You don't like,
the
anything,
matzo
man.
ball
I'm out
soup.
on you.
The Giants are the matzo ball soup of this division.
What is it? Bland? It's bland.
Yeah, it's a little bland.
It's not a flavorful soup.
But I love bread, and matzah basically is a cousin of bread, and it's a big old bread ball in there.
If you're at a dinner,
let's party.
If you're at a dinner and you're going out, and there is a giant, you can get the big bread basket for the table, where they have the bread and the nice butter and everything, or dessert. If you can only have one, what is it? Bread basket every single time, 100 out of 100.
Yeah, it's real close.
100 out of 100.
I'd probably go dessert, but it's close.
Dessert.
You'd go. Well, I know
Wow,
Pat.
Pat.
Pat, we know you'd go dessert.
Okay, all of a sudden, you jagaloons think you know me.
Well, we do. After that breakfast.
What do you mean, what after the breakfast?
After the breakfast in Vegas, I can't even imagine.
I still look at that picture on my phone and just to laugh.
It's such a great picture.
I look like a mountain troll, but sure.
You did. No, it's a great picture because you had that big smile on your face. Much like Coach had with this last 3 minutes. He's really enjoyed it. I watch
Football Friday soup talk.
Football Friday. No, it's just it was a fun little
Soup Ball Friday.
If this isn't the promo,
23 Chargers.
Your number one station for soup talk.
No, it's not.
97.5 The Fanatic.
So,
is this what sports talk's become?
I'm calling for no.
Exactly.
I do not think we will be talking about any victories on Monday, except the Eagles.
I'll take that trade right now.
Eagles win. Flyers and Sixers lose. That's
Done.
where I'm at.
Sign me up.
You imagine if they're 4-5?
It's a different season.
Changes the whole season. Ugh. And Nick, I know it does.
You never won a losing culture, Bob.
We hope except if you're losing on purpose for 4 years to try to do it. Yeah.
They're not there. Miami's doing that for us.
Remember, support life-saving cancer research. Join us and our generous partner, Pierce Phelps Bryant Heating and Air Conditioning. Make a donation to the American Association for Cancer Research today at 97.5thefanatic.com/AACR. This is the day that they are thanking their donors. So AACR wants to thank you. And everybody who's donated this year, thank you. And if you go to it, you're going to see how great your donations have made differences in people's lives, like mine, because cancer research saves lives. Stay with the Fanatic all weekend long. Hang out for Cuz Radio and Mike Missinelli. It's going to be a great weekend. Have a wonderful time, everybody. Be back with us Monday at 6 on the John Kincade Show, especially you, Mikey.
The John Kincade Show.
Sir, one more outburst, I will strangle you with my microphone wire. You understand me?
On 97.5 The Fanatic. Philadelphia. Football Friday on The Fanatic is brought to you by Pump Man Philly. Need a water pump expert?